Wait, are we on? Oh, we're
Yeah,
on.
I don't have anything to play, so.
Oh yeah. What do we like this week, music wise? It hurts to fall back. That's my shit.
That's my shit.
You need to stop, breathe, think.
Before you do the wrong thing.
And I wish I could stay tonight, but I feel some type of way about it.
And it's all bad. I just might have had my bad.
That's my shit.
I'll play that song no less than 100 times. That was the stylistic sounds of Nas and Anderson .Paak. All Bad from Nas's new album, King's Disease. That's me and Matt been playing that nonstop. Not together, because that's weird, but like separately. In our own worlds, but playing it.
Fucking Rod the other day was like, we had given up on Nas. I'm not gonna lie, you know. And
you know when I gave up on Nas, when he did the Kanye joint and he did that. Yeah, see,
that was
that voice on the song.
That was baloney.
Nah, see,
that's up there with Dr. Knock Boots. You know what I'm saying? Like for
Dr.
weird
Knock Boots
for
was
weird
ridiculous.
Nas for weird Nas tracks. That's definitely up there. But it just goes to show you just how nuts Kanye really is.
Kanye was on some like straight Drake vendetta shit. Like he was really like at Cobra Commander's lair underground with Destro and was like, nah, everybody's putting the album out. Anybody I haven't
missed none of this shit. But it's
all of this shit is coming out.
Yo.
Motherfucker making announcements. Tiana Taylor on this day, she like, I am? like nobody knew that they album
Tiana
was
Taylor
out.
like, I've been shelved for 6 years.
Like,
why now?
What is this album?
What is this about? Dog.
Nigga made Nas put an album out, man.
You want to introduce ourselves, I guess?
It's the realest podcast ever, episode 115. I'm your host, C. Diddy.
I am Matt Makes Me Sick.
We are recording live from the all-new Last Out Media Studios.
Yeah.
We are no longer at the offices of Giordano Hockey and Pamela Hockey and Stern.
Onward. What is it? Krasno, and Onward Injo? Yeah.
Call Big Al.
Yeah.
1-800-HURT.
Rand will fight for you. All right, real shit.
Yeah, we're not at the law firm. We're in the actual studio now. This is different. You know what I'm saying? We recorded at a law firm for a year. And we still have our favorite engineer, Taylor.
Oh, yeah, Taylor's with us.
Taylor's with us. Taylor brought us here.
Yeah.
Taylor and an old friend, Justin Emery.
Justin popped back up.
Justin.
Yeah.
Justin has had the world's most interesting man, Justin Emery.
Yeah, no doubt.
Justin's life, like
the past 3 years.
The past 3 years, like, let's not even go back to his life in San Diego as like a marijuana investor. And like
Justin hit,
that shit.
I remember like, Justin hitting me.
Let us not go that far.
I remember
him
hitting me and being like, yeah, I'm done with the podcast thing. I was like, so what you gonna do? He's like, I work for the Ravens. And I'm like, the Baltimore Ravens?
Like, you thinking like he worked for like the North Philly Ravens.
I thought he was talking about Raven the wrestler. Like, you know, that underground grunge.
ECW.
Yeah, I'm like, what fucking Ravens are you talking about? And he was just like, yeah, I got a job working for the media department for the Baltimore Ravens. I was like,
he's like, I have a whole team of people below me, sales reps. And you know what they did? They fired his entire team from under him.
Yeah.
It was like, yeah, you have to do the work of 9 people now.
Yeah.
And he got the fuck up out of there.
And then he became a fucking marijuana investor and he fights
in
crime.
Vegas this time.
Yeah, it's
so
nuts.
he went back to his roots.
Yeah.
And then he was helping to build some podcast, internet, radio thing in Vegas, and then he just popped back up in Philadelphia.
You know what's funny? The other day, there was a video circulating of Batman getting beat up.
Yeah.
Did you see that? So Batman was getting his ass whooped on the street, and somebody had posted a video. It was like, this would never happen to Thor. And so I tagged Carl. I'm like, yo, because you know Carl hates Batman. Yeah. So Carl like, yeah, this is exactly what the fuck would happen to Batman. Like, Batman's a complete clown. He's like, people think Batman is like a tough dude, and it's like, no, you what do you say? You pull up on Batman and jump out, and he don't got time to get to his belt or his fucking homies. It's over for him. And I was like, I actually like Batman, though, because he doesn't have superpowers. And Carl was like, Batman could be any weirdo with a belt. It could be your man Justin. I freaked the fuck out. Like, how about it? Justin definitely could be Batman on the low.
Yeah, the other day, Rich Philly the boss said Batman is just a rich playboy with a lot of gadgets and a Crunch Fitness membership.
Dog.
I didn't realize how divided and polarizing people was about Batman, yeah? I thought people fuck with Batman universally.
I always liked Batman as a kid because I like the fact that Batman didn't have a superpower.
Right.
I like that. Like he's
Just
regular
a bored billionaire
Like he just up.
whooping ass tonight.
I'm gonna holler at Alfred. I'm gonna holler at Lucius. I'm on yeah. And Carl was like, "Yeah, Batman can't get to his tools or his homies. It's over for it." Speaking of superpowers, before we get in our nonsense, have you watched Jamie Foxx's new movie?
Yes.
How'd you like it? Did you like it?
I thought it was pretty good. It had a good message to it. The production that Netflix is able to put together now, holy shit! Like the stuff that they're able to do
Now this is
visually
where,
and all of that.
I had Lee and Stitcher. What was the message you got from it?
I mean, not an overall message, but more so it was about him saving his daughter. This and this. I didn't do like the think piece shit where I'm like, yo, the hidden meaning behind the power.
I have this thing where it's like I can always like basically give you what the movie is related to as far as like nonsense.
Okay.
Like the Da Vinci Code was about Jesus pimping. You know what I'm saying? You never, like, I've never told Jesus was a pimp and he married his bottom bitch. That's what this shit was about. And then he had all the children with it like that. That's kind of what I got from it. With Jamie Foxx's new movie, I felt like they were talking about dick pills from the gas station. Hear me out. Hear me out. The pills you get superpowers for 5 minutes. You don't know what it's going to do to you. Some work, some don't.
Some work, some don't.
You might die. You know what I'm saying? And they look like the rhinos in the capsule before you
bought the rhino.
I was sitting there like, yo, this movie crazy.
That shit about Rhino 6000.
Exactly. I'm like, yo, this shit is crazy. But
having to go into the gas station and pick which dick pill is literally like playing Russian roulette. Because you are one bad selection away from a BDR, which is a bad dick report. Everybody out there that's listening. You are one poor selection from either a BDR or driving her Altima for the summer.
The funniest is when you there and it's like a chick standing behind you. You go ahead. You go ahead. I'm still.
I was in the gas station. I was in the gas station on Church Lane and what the fuck is Spruce Street turned into on the county side?
Church Lane, Spruce Street.
No, you come straight down Spruce, you go into the county. And it takes you right to Church Lane. If you turn right, Fibbers is there. What the fuck is, like, you basically at...
Long Lane.
Long Lane. Old head, walk right in the gas station. Let me get two of them roos, right? Get two of them kangaroos.
What was in front of me at the gas station? Mind you, it's like 1 in the morning. I was getting off work. And he was like, yeah, let me get one of them rhinos. And I was standing behind him. I was like, he turned around and was like, yeah, it's that type time tonight, big dog. Like, yeah, I feel you, dog.
I remember I was at my man crib in L.A., right? We talking, he talking about, y'all niggas be juicing. I'm like, what you talking about? Like healthy drink? He's like, no. When you fucking bitch, you be juicing, like taking shit. I'm like, oh, like I took a gas station joint here and they said, no. Them joints work or they might not work. You got to get some shit that's like guaranteed to work, like Viagra, Cialis, shit like that. He was like, man, I fucked this one chick. No lies, I might have fucked her 7 times in one night. Every time she touched me, I got back hard. She was like, what's going on with you? Is everything okay? Like, it's never been like this before. He said, oh, no, I'm just excited.
That's what my man was like. No, baby, I just missed you.
I'm just excited.
I just missed you so much. I'm happy you here. Like, that's really how you got to be. The one old head of my job was giving me the rundown about the Cialis. He's like, no, Cialis joint works, but it worked too good. You know what I'm saying? So he's like, what you got to do is you got to, like, mellow out your body. So he's like, you take 2 shots of tequila. I like Quavo. Some motherfuckers, prefer Avion. I'm like, what the fuck?
Formula.
He was really running this shit down. He's like, 'cause your dick will be hard for 6 hours, and that's just not good. You got shit to do, laundry to fold. That's just stupid. Good 2 hours, you know what I'm saying? But he was like, you got to mellow out your body and then let the Cialis. He's like, you got to let it flow through your body. And we fell the fuck out because it sounded like the bull.
Bull.
Let it flow.
Papa Cialis and let it flow through your body.
Yo, motherfuckers be wilding on it. But when I was watching the movie, I'm like, yo, man, they bringing in dick pills by the fucking shipload. I'm like, this shit is crazy. Like, it's an alright movie though. It's nothing I'm gonna watch.
I'm definitely never watching it again.
Yeah, I don't see me putting it on again. The young black girl did good in there.
Yeah.
Robin was alright. You know what I'm saying? I don't know who else.
Cool little movie.
Movies now is just not.
My thing was, when the pandemic started, if I'm Netflix, whatever the fuck is in a can, all that shit is coming out. Like, I'm putting out something every fucking Thursday for the entire pandemic. Like, we gonna empty the clip. I don't give a fuck if we got Who Framed Roger Rabbit Part 2 in the top.
Shit.
All of that shit is coming out. Because we got to get this motherfucking stake up while people are solely focused on us. So if I'm
Soul
Netflix,
Plane 3 should have been
all
out
of
by
that
now.
shit is
Yeah,
dropping.
real shit.
Snoop Dogg, Mac and Devin Go to High School Part 2. All of that shit is coming out every Thursday. I would have just killed the game.
State Property Reloaded. All that shit is supposed to come.
Petey's Revenge.
Yeah.
Baby Boys, State Property 7. Baby Boys Get Back.
Yo, Petey's Revenge.
State Property 9. D-Nice goes solo. Like, all of that shit is coming out.
Petey's Revenge is funny as shit. Petey's Revenge. Real shit, though. It's like, yeah, why not just completely unload the entire clip of everything
we
you got
don't
said?
know if we're going to get this opportunity again where the whole universe is solely focused
The
on
whole
what you got
entire
for us.
world is in the. You know what's
What you got
crazy?
for us?
I was having a conversation. I don't even know if I should be. Whatever. I was having a conversation with a young lady. She listens to the show, and she was like, serious question, because she was talking about. It was a video circulating the other day with like a R. Kelly song playing on it. It was like somebody's wedding video.
Yeah.
And they got, you know, you do the first dance at a wedding.
Yes.
And it was what's the R. Kelly song where he got the gold jacket on? Right after Step in the Name of Love, the other song that came out right around that time. Happy People.
Happy People.
Happy
Steppin' in
People
Love,
was playing.
Part 2.
Yeah, Happy People was playing, and she was like, "Oh, why is it people just can't like get over R. Kelly?" And I was like, "What do you mean?" And she was like, "I mean." She basically told me, she's like, one of her uncles had got arrested for like having some explicit contact with a minor, young girl, and she's like, yeah, my family like completely ostracized him, like he's dead to us, like we don't fuck with him at all. And it's just like, if my family could do that with a family member, why is it people can't get over R. Kelly? And I'm like, well, here's the thing. Your uncle didn't make Fiesta. You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, I get what you're saying, but it's like the reality of it is music is like the soundtrack to life. So the same way those folks got married and they got happy ever after, Happy People playing at their jump, that's a moment. You know what I'm saying?
Right, I Believe I Can Fly. I sang that shit in my 8th grade graduation.
I'm like, your uncle is fiestaless. You know what I'm saying? Like, listen, if he got a fiesta, he should release it. Like, when you got songs like that that just tie into people's lives, like, we graduated middle school. If you graduated middle school in the 90s, I Believe I Can Fly. That's a moment. What, I'm supposed to not forget my 8th grade graduation? You know what I'm saying? It's like,
gotta watch it on mute.
think about how bad graduation's going to be next year when school go back. Not this year, because, but like, Kells is completely canceled now. So it's like, kindergarten kids graduate, they got to sing like Hard Knock Life. Or, you know what I'm saying? Real shit. I float for those, drove out. Real shit. So I'm just like.
Niggas had to sing one of Lil Durk uplifting songs at
real
graduation.
shit. Dreams and Nightmares intro, some shit. But I was telling her, with these moments that created from this music, I'm like, do you remember Trapped in a Closet when that shit first came out? You just made me think about when you said Going in the House. I'm like, not the last 84 of them, but the first five, niggas went in the house. I remember niggas be at the park 8:50. You see motherfuckers start like looking around. Like, I'm going in the crib. Yeah. Trapped in the Closet, come on at 9, world premiere. So it's just like, yeah, no one goes in the house. And now we're in a situation now, you maybe think, where we're like, you're in the house. Yeah. You have to go in the house. Yeah. So it's like, the content to keep people in the crib. I was watching a video the other day where the dude was talking about whatever content you got, just put it out.
Drop it.
He was like, his followers have doubled since the pandemic started. He's like, I was at 15,000, now I'm at 33. Just put the shit out. He does videos like every fucking day talking shit.
Yeah, it's this guy.
We actually need to drop more content. We'll be
fucking right. The guy, Matt Cox, he lived in Florida, whatever. He's like one of the, probably not the biggest, but he's one of the most vocal people that did like real estate fraud and all that shit in the early 2000s before the market crash and all of that shit. He was doing real estate fraud, and he's done a bunch of podcasts. He did Concrete Podcast, he did Valuetainment, he did Vlad. And the guys from Concrete Podcast, like, they're younger guys, like 22, 23. They're always telling him like, yo, you got all these true crime stories, like, just drop your shit. And he's like, no, I need 100,000 subscribers and this and this. And they like, yo, just put it out. Like, if you put it out, you'll get the fucking subscribers that you want. Like, but drop the fucking content. You got all of these great stories. Every time you come on our podcast, the numbers go crazy. Like, do it on your own fucking channel, stupid. And he just refuses to like put the fucking content out because he doesn't have 100,000 subscribers. And it's like, well, what came first, the chicken or the egg? So you to put the content out, or do you need the subscribers first? Or it's like, how do you get the subscribers without the content? It's just like a push and pull of, you know, the internet, and you don't know what's going to happen till you actually do it.
The fact now is, you can just put it out and it might not blow for a couple years.
Yeah.
Just put it out and the shit'll come.
Listening to Vlad.
Again, like that old trapped in the closet shit, there was no send it to my phone.
Right.
I look at it on YouTube later. It's like, no, nigga, I said I got to be somewhere at 9 o'clock.
I missed this shit. I don't know when it's going to come around again.
Right.
You playing games.
Right.
So Vlad always talks about the fact that, like, he's like, you know, all of my interviews perform differently. There's no standard for like, oh, this interview is going to do 4 million. It's like, I don't know. He's like, but something that's not relevant now may be relevant in 3 or 4 years from now. Somebody dies or whatever. Now I got the flashback content and the old original
like
interviews
honestly,
blow up
when the
this.
Nipsey shit happened, think about his interview with Big U. How that shit just became,
Exactly.
you know, it's just
all Nipsey content.
all anything related to Nip. Yeah, real shit. Like, cause Nip was on there just basically talking, and crazy part is, Nip's Vlad interview wasn't even talking. I mean, Big U's Vlad interview wasn't even really talking about Nip. It was just more so the whole 8 Trey 60 shit, and
Right.
so it's like, oh shit, how did that? Yeah.
So you don't know what's going to take place in culture or in life that's going to make whatever content out pop again. But you got to release the fucking content. You got to let
Right.
your hand go. Some motherfuckers just be wanting to just sit on shit, and it's like, nah, that's not how this works. 50 Cent said it. He's like, the artist that's going to be popping at the end of the pandemic is the ones that's popping right now. He's like, Lil Baby, Dirk, this person, like, the people that's Young Boy, the motherfuckers that's releasing shit every week, every 2 weeks, whatever, those is who people going to be in demand to want to see because they fed the streets while motherfuckers didn't have nothing to do.
Yeah, it sounds crazy. Like, I was talking about it the other day. Like, you can't create a viral moment. It kind of just happens.
Either happens or it don't.
It just had, like last episode, we didn't think that shit was going to go as left as it did.
And people telling me they listened to episode 3, 4, 5, 7 times.
Dog,
Like
no, the response I got from that shit this past week was nuts. And it's just like, we was just fucking around. We didn't think that shit was going to go. But that's how it is. It's like, realistically, Kamala Harris is running for vice president. They could win, and she could invite Kev to the fucking party, the inauguration, and her and Kev could get caught on video doing the Kid and Play dance. Then everybody like, who the fuck is Boy? And it's like,
They go back and listen to
go
our
back and
interview.
listen to it's just, that's how it goes. It's like, you really can't create them. They kind of just organically happen. What was I about to say? Where do you want to start with
I'm open. Just whatever. We can start at the top. The hottest issue of the week. Tory actually shot Megan.
Okay, yeah, we can do that. That's a good 45 minutes.
We can start right there. Was that Friday night or was it Thursday?
I don't know.
Megan went on her Instagram live after being basically goated for the last month. Tell us what happened. Tell us what happened. Tell us what happened. And she finally, I guess, got fed up and told us what the fuck happened. And it's basically been revealed, on her end that Tory actually did shoot Megan Thee Stallion. And, now instead of just acknowledging the fact that this is like a domestic violence situation that went as far extreme as it can, it's turned into this whole like big whodunit and this conspiracy theory and like
nigger clue.
Well, maybe if she wouldn't have, and if she wasn't wearing that bathing suit, then he wouldn't have, and if Hennessy wasn't at the party, then and we gotta cut Tory some, and it's just turned into this whole big weird set of circumstances over the last weekend that I did not see playing out. And I just want to say this, as a man, men on the whole are looking trash right now.
I mean, yeah.
We look nuts, yo. We look nuts from the young niggas to the old niggas.
I personally cannot believe just how many people there are. And this is why I said the other day, you got something right here. This is how I was just telling you, there's no way anybody's getting canceled in 2020. I'm gonna just keep it a buck with y'all. I know this is gonna sound wild. There are people that worship the devil. So, you ever meet an atheist?
Yeah, fucking Vlad is a fucking atheist.
Like, how you just don't
Adam
fuck with
22
Jesus?
is an atheist.
There's some people that are just like that. So it's just, if there are people that are out here, fucking with the devil. You can't get mad at him for fucking with NBA YoungBoy. You know what I'm saying? It's just what it is. So that we're never gonna experience total cancellation. It's just never gonna happen.
It's like I said it before. Like, you know, no matter how like think about it like this. You have people that aren't even famous. They just a nigga or a female, not female, a woman on the internet that has an opinion. And no matter how wild, crazy, goofy, outlandish their opinion is, it's 10,000 motherfuckers like, yeah, that's right. Fuck socks. And it's like, no matter what it is,
fuck them socks.
It's somebody that's like, yeah, I knew I wasn't the only one. I always eat my insoles. Like,
Look, I think it was Lil the other day tweeted, y'all gotta stop wearing ankle socks with low top sneaks. Y'all looking goofy out here. And I seen it. Look, when I seen it, I was like, damn. Look, and I looked at shit like 100. I was like, God damn.
I didn't know this was a thing.
I was like, God damn, no, these jokes come So I turned to Lee, I'm like, what the fuck you supposed to wear if you don't wear ankle socks? She was like, you get the low socks that can't nobody see. I'm like, I'm not going through all that. I was mad as shit.
I've never met a pair of under the ankle socks I could get along with.
Yo.
Never in life. They always run off your foot.
I don't even attempt.
Under the, like, they don't fit.
Dog,
they don't work.
I wear a 15. They don't even make them shits. It's you want ankle or knee socks, nigga. What you want?
The fucking O'Bannon Brothers Jones. The stripes.
Fucking arthritis sock. I'm just like, yeah, no, like, you know, and no matter what people say, there's gonna be some. The other day, not to go off subject, we'll get right back to Tory shit. So there was a clip that went video where the nigga was saying he don't kiss ever.
Yeah.
Like he's, I don't care if I've been dating you for months, I don't kiss you ever. We could fuck, have sex, all that, but I'm not kissing you. And I was just like, y'all are crazy as shit. I'm like, y'all are here having sex without kissing. And there were people in the comments like, yeah, I ain't kissing no nigga, and yeah, I ain't kissing these hoes. And I'm just like, no matter what you say, it's always gonna be somebody on opposite. It's just the way it goes.
Always point counterpoint. And the thing is, the people that have the like minimal opinion or the minority opinion, they don't realize they have a minority opinion because they will fight you like everyone agrees with them.
Yeah, and don't let them get a retweet. It's over.
They'll retweet the retweet.
Yeah, it's over.
Yo, motherfuckers is crazy, man.
But no, it's the truth. So it's just like Tory's 100% drawing, 100% wrong.
Yo, did you see that he liked the tweet that went up on like Shade Room? It was like basically something like alluding to like, well, if she got shot, and it was like one of them like who done it nigger tweets,
yeah,
and it got posted on Shade Room, and he liked the shit, and I'm just like, go away, Tory, like just stop this shit.
Yeah, it's the whole week has been like Clue nigger edition. It's just been.
It's like okay, so if he's in the back seat and she's in the front seat, and then the glass shattered. I
saw motherfuckers as go as far as like posting the picture of the ankle. And like, this ain't no bullet wound, let me show you mines. And I'm just like, y'all doing too much, man. Like, so they were definitely dating.
Oh, 100%.
Okay, because we established that it's just strange.
Yeah, you can't shoot your homegirl. You like,
yeah.
You definitely like, you can't shoot your girl, but it's like, I kind of understand a little bit because like, bitches be drawn. But on the same token, you definitely can't shoot the homegirl. Like,
yeah,
you're extra tweaking. Like,
yeah,
y'all not even fucking, and you shot your homegirl. What happened?
Popping any chick is wild.
But then you gotta categorize it under. It's like subgenres. It's just bad.
It's just wild.
And apparently Tory had his team like leaking shit. She's saying that his team was like leaking shit to the media like, oh no, it was a foot injury consistent with glass shattering and like basically like downplaying the whole shooting angle or whatever like that.
Oh.
And that's what made her snap, not like the motherfuckers in her comments. Now, the problem that I have with just people in the internet is y'all been in this woman comments for a month straight. Tell us what happened. Tell us what happened. Tell us what happened. Damn, bitch, you out here twerking. How you gonna twerk on a foot on 2 shot feet? Like, tell us what happened. Tell us what happened. Tell us what happened. And then she tell us what happened, and niggas is like, rat, snitch. You snitch, bitch. Like, and it's just like, yo, how did we get here? Like, she literally did what y'all asked her to do, and now y'all calling her a snitch. Number one, you involved in a domestic violence situation, somebody going to jail. And in that situation, she went to the hospital. Tory and the other 2 motherfuckers that's not shot went to jail. That's just how domestic violence situation works.
Right.
Despite the fact of her being shot, injured, whatever you want to call it, she still did not initially cooperate with the police, their investigation. She didn't tell people at the hospital nothing. None of that shit. Played dumb as she could be. Because she was fucking this nigga and ultimately trying to protect him from getting in even more trouble than potentially was already going to get in.
Think about how wild that is, that you get shot as a woman, the nigga you fucking with shoot you, and you gotta like not get him in trouble.
Yeah. Oh no, I'm shot. Oh shit. What the fuck? I thought I had a splinter.
Yes, sir, officer. Gentleman right here is the culprit. Like, what? Like, get the fuck out. Like niggas is crazy, yo.
Yeah.
The shit, and it started this whole, black men don't protect black women.
Yeah, it
and
started that back up.
And I'm like, y'all know I'm good. I'm down for a good old fuck these feminist movement battle shit. But they right. They 100% right, dog. To shoot your chick and be like, don't yo,
keep it on the down low.
Be cool. To me,
when Ike Turner can be like, Tory took it too far. Tory took it too far. Like, the most notorious woman beater of all time. Like, damn, I ain't never shoot, man.
No.
Damn, Ike Turner looking down or looking up from hell.
Maybe looking up, yeah.
Like, damn, like I didn't fucking ran Tina head through a plate glass window. I ain't popped the bitch.
I remember Paul Mooney was, remember LaToya Jackson was dating a white guy, and he hit her with the iron chair, and she was like, yeah, that was the first time they ever got into it. It just kind of blew out of proportion. Paul Mooney was like, bitch, don't lie to us. He was like, I've read Ike Turner's autobiography. You don't throw no iron chair at nobody first time. Like, dog.
Threw an iron chair at her like Sabu.
Yeah, right.
Like what?
Fucking New Jack. Yeah. Like, yo, it's crazy, but it's like to shoot your chick and then
fellas, public service announcement. You can't shoot your girl.
Don't shoot your chick.
Don't shoot any girl.
Don't shoot any, but how about that?
Unless she got a gun to your head, nigga, I'ma kill you. Unless it's like a chick from Chicago. You can't shoot a girl, dog.
Like keep it a bean. They just released him from the Ravens. What's his name? Earl Thomas. Earl Thomas' wife busted up the orgy and put a gun to his head, and he just was like,
gun to everybody.
Shit, he was just like, man, go ahead.
Come on with the dumb shit.
Like, go ahead with that shit, man. Like, and you know, they try to make him seem crazy. I'm like, he's sane as shit, as far as I'm concerned. But it's just like, yeah, y'all. I don't like it. I don't like it. And then
she bought him a chain after that. Earl Thomas is the GOAT.
Yeah, Earl Thomas is
I hope
nuts.
the Cowboys get Earl Thomas.
I added the Cowboys the other night. Like, yo, what y'all doing? Like, Earl out there. It's like, yo. But the shit with Tory that especially makes me upset is like, Meg was gonna ride. And that's the part we're like missing in all of this. For the nonsense and for the fact that that's put on her and everything, Meg was already riding. Yeah. Meg didn't say shit at the hospital, none of that. She was riding. Meg dead ass. She came back, whap hit, boom, boom, boom. She's on some old other shit.
Yeah.
It as crazy as it seems, it have took about a year. But it would have died down, dog.
Yeah.
So much other shit. 2020 is nuts.
Yeah.
So much other shit going on. An asteroid supposed to hit the Earth in a couple weeks. It's like, it's so much other shit to where Tory could have just
He could have skated.
He could have just chilled. On some DMX shit. You saw the shit, DMX. I didn't even know that. DMX shot his uncle and shit. Did you see that the other night? And go ahead. Just get out of it. Nah, I don't know how I got shot off. You know what I'm saying? Like, it sound wild, but yeah, that's the truth. If I hold off and shoot you in the leg and you, Taylor don't say shit, Big Dan don't say shit, oh yeah, Big Dan here, pooing up. Fucking, they don't say nothing, and when they come to the cops, come to you and be like, what happened? You be like, man, what Flocka say?
And a bird shot me. There's a bird with a big ass 40.
They ain't coming to just randomly pick me up. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like Meg was gonna ride with it.
And that's an underrated part of the story that you brought up, that she was going to ride because she's been brought up the right way and been brought up around real motherfuckers. And it's like, yo, you don't tell, you don't cooperate police, this and this. But it's like, you forcing my hand. Like,
right.
And I'm not Megan Pete from fucking Houston. I'm Meg the Stallion with 2 #1 records. You can't shoot me, nigga. So at the end of the day, you did shoot me. I'm still trying to look you out. And you still playing games behind the scenes. You still trying to move chess pieces behind the scenes. Like, dog, what's wrong with you?
My thing is like, I'm assuming they're not having no contact, but it's just like, God damn, could you not get in contact to like, I'm talking about Tory.
Right.
Like, if you want to do all this shit, like, nigga, hit her up. Like, look, I'll shine your shoes for the next something. You know what I'm saying? Like, let's make this shit go away and go back. Like, all right, we ain't gonna be fucking with each other, but you know, I ain't mean that shit. As weird as that sounds, because I honestly think what happened was he pulled the blick out and was just on some like
dance, bitch.
I don't even think he was on some.
He was on some Canadian Yosemite Sam shit.
I don't even think he was on some dance bitch shit. I think he was more so just on some pulled it out to like scare her, and the shit went off.
But it went off more than once, allegedly.
All right, give me a sec. Give me a sec. I didn't know when. I thought it was just one. My fault.
Yeah, allegedly she was shot in both feet.
Okay, I give you that. Jones go off 2 times, 3 times maybe.
2 times, 3 times maybe.
On some accident shit. It sound wild. I had a gun accidentally go off in my apartment. It was one time, but it can happen.
Yeah, the one time is can happen.
Like,
did you see the nigga the other day? He was on. He ended up making on World Star. He was dancing with the Mac 11,
and he spun it.
That bitch went up. Boom, he was like,
he went to like flip it, and the shit went off while it was flipping. I saw that. But yeah, no, we came back from the gun range, and I had remember I told you I sold the gun at that gun store. You told me about that Glock.
Yeah, at Bait and Tackle Outfitters.
I sold it to one of our homies who remain nameless, but he has a very nice Glock 30 that I had work done to and everything. But I sold it to him because I bought an XDM, Springfield. So Mod 2 is really, really nice too, but that's a whole nother story. But I sold him the Glock, and right before I sold it, we went to the range or whatever, and you know we were shooting just normal day at the range, whatever. And I had an extended clip that I got from a gun show for her. So the guy in the next booth, white dude, was like, "Does it jam up off of the extended clip?" And I was like, "No, it actually runs like really, really well. Like I could shoot off all 15. In fact, it was an 18. I was like, I can shoot off all 18 and it'll run clean." He was like, "Really?" He's like, "All the extended clips is like I get to the 14, 15 shot. The shit just the last couple won't." I'm like, "Nah, it's cool." So I put the shit in. I was done for the day. Like, the shit was already back in the box, all that. I put the extended clip in just to show him, doom, 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 and I ran him off, took the clip out. Clip was empty, completely forgot it was a joint in the head of the fucking. I'm thinking the shit was just done. Put it back in a case, whatever. I'm like, I'll clean them when I get home. I get home, I'm cleaning them. I take the shit out, and are you familiar with Glocks? Like taking them apart and shit like that? You know the Mod 2s, the Springfields got the little latch you flip up. With the Glocks, you got to pull the slide back and press the little piece down. As I pull the slide back, I'm pressing the trigger because that's the release. When I do that, boom! Right through the ottoman. I'm just like, oh shit, I gotta get the fuck out. I start grabbing shit. I grab them all. I ran out the crib.
Like, oh shit, I live here. Hold on. Let me get it back. Let me get it together.
I start grabbing shit. I'm running all through the hallway. Motherfuckers like, what was that? I'm like, I'm going to the laundry room. Ain't even no laundry room in there. I'm like, what? Dog. So it's like a gun can accidentally go off. I shot straight through the ottoman and shit. Yeah. So it's like, it could happen. One of my homies shot himself in the leg on some same type shit. Like he was cleaning a 357. Dog. He had to get skin graft. He had to get they had to take skin off of his back to put on his leg and shit. Shit was crazy. 357 went off right in his fucking lap.
Dang.
So it's just like, a gun can accidentally go off. Not 6 times. After the 4th, nigga, you bucket. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, I get that. I thought the shit just maybe went off once or twice, and she got hit on some like ricochet type shit. You know what I'm saying?
Allegedly, he was shooting.
That's kind of, now that you saying it, I'm like, all right.
Like, he was shooting. Like, she had to get surgery on both of her feet. She had bullet fragments. She said because of the blood, whatever, I thought I was like ricochet from the glass or whatever, breaking or whatever like that. And she said she got to the hospital and they was like, nah, was you shot, ma'am? You got bullet fragments in your feet. Both of these motherfuckers. I'm like, yeah, that's not good.
So if she got bullet fragments, that means she wasn't shot in the feet. That means she might have, that's again what I'm saying. He was on some playing around shit. Yeah. Bacham shot the ground and made a particle ricochets, but bullet fragments is different than a hole.
Well, I don't know. Initially,
see where it gets murky? This is where nigga clue comes into play.
The initial story was she had been shot in both feet and the bullets passed through. Then she showed the pictures and it was like, oh, I had in the way she told the story, I had bullet fragments in my feet. Blah, blah, blah. I don't know. You can't shoot Megan Thee Stallion.
I'm not advocating for the little guy. What I'm
just trying to. We're just trying to figure out what happened.
There's no reason for you to have a gun out and doing this goofy ass shit, regardless of whatever the fuck was going on. I don't pull no gun out when I'm going. And I've been punched in the face. I've had a chick pull a knife on me. I never was like, right here, bitch. I'm gonna go get a knife. No, it's just certain shit you do, certain shit you don't. So if you having an argument with your chick in the truck, whatever, there's just no reason to have a blick out. I don't give a fuck if you high on whatever. There's no reason for it. But what I think what it was he pulled the shit out trying to scare her. The shit starts going off because he can't control.
Now he's scared.
Right. He got two hands on. Like, you know what I'm saying? So it's just, you just on some goofy shit. The shit go off and now you look the fuck crazy. Yeah. Your whole situation might be fucking over.
His bid is going to be nasty.
I don't see him going to jail.
I mean, here's the thing.
I see it getting played out. She don't come. Nobody comes as.
Here's the thing.
They could subpoena him. You
don't need a witness to prosecute a criminal case.
True.
We already have a 4-minute video confession of you saying what happened. So if we decide to no, nigga, who, what, when, where, why, she put all the clues together in the video to where now she ain't gotta come to court. Okay, no problem. You don't want to. All right, no problem. Exhibit A, Your Honor.
Yeah,
that nigga going.
The way I could see it getting played down to, speeding.
Not even reckless endangerment, speeding. He was doing 108 in 74.
Play it down to simple theft. Something stupid. And it's just I don't see him going to jail behind that. But I don't see him also being able to go on tour and I don't see his show popping no more.
Yeah.
That's fucked up. He had a deal for the show and everything. The quarantine
all that shit canceled.
Damn, Tory.
It's just the presence of alcohol, that's a deeper conversation. The way that people advocate for, alcohol versus marijuana and how one is demonized and one is socially acceptable and all of that shit. But the presence of alcohol and probably other illicit drugs in this equation is probably being downplayed a lot. And it just created a whole messy situation for somebody who had crazy upward trajectory and a lot of fucking success the first half of the year. And it's you gave it all back. This is the gambling equivalent of being up $1 million and then you gave back $1 million of your own money. Yeah. It's literally that. And it's bro, how did you go on this bad of a run for the second half? How did you determine that this was your point of action?
And Megan's just on fire.
Yes. She can't miss.
Can't miss. It's nuts. Tory, even if that, if he don't shoot her, and it comes out that he's dating her, you instantly move into.
You can fuck at least 94 more bitches off of that.
You move into Jermaine Dupri's status.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Yeah. Where it's how this little weird nigga, you know what I'm saying, get this big beautiful, you know what I'm saying? So it's you move over into that shit, and it's just damn, now your radio show hit, you got fucking hit songs. You got Meg. It's how did you fuck all of this up, fam?
Threw his life on a crap table. I'm clapping this bitch. Bitch call me one more leprechaun. I'm clapping this bitch.
I'm gonna go out here on a limb and say Tory's winning an award this year at the TRPE Awards. I'm gonna go out on a limb.
Strange limb.
Yeah, wild limb, and I'm gonna assume Tory wins something.
Tory, if you're listening and you're probably not, you can't shoot Megan Thee Stallion, bro. You can't shoot Kalani. You can't it's just and for the brain dead people out there, niggas especially, because it's a couple women that's well, hold on here, they're extra trash. The niggas though, for those of you out there, it's just it's just the way life works is just certain shit happens. It's unavoidable. You can't shoot Kehlani. You can't shoot Beyonce. You can't shoot Cardi B. You can't shoot Megan Thee Stallion. It's just certain shit you just can't do, or you going to jail. It's going to be a whole bunch of blowback. You just can't do it. You can't shoot Keisha from 53rd Street, let alone Megan Thee Stallion, bro. Right. It's just a terrible idea.
It's just dumb.
It's stupid.
It doesn't make sense. Why?
She said, I was walking away. I was done arguing, and the gun goes off, and I get shot. They tell men walk away all the time. She's literally doing it for you. She's walking away.
Oh, this bitch, hand me
hand me the blick.
one of the movie cockbacks. What the fuck, Tory?
And it's like his security, and finding out his security was there make it even extra wild because it's like you're there as security to protect him from him also.
Yeah.
You failed like on every accord. Like, oh no, get the fuck out.
Yeah.
It's just stupid and it's nonsense. And I know it's like, we making a little bit of light of it, but it's really like a tragic situation.
Yeah.
And it's unnecessary. His career is fucked up. He probably not going to lose his career, but in the short term, he's fucked off. Like, you blew a lot of bread. You an independent artist now. I know no label's going to want to fuck with you if that was your next plan. Like, I'm about to get this $20 million deal. Oh, no, you don't. Oh, no, you don't.
Yeah, that's probably not popping
About
off.
the only label I could see fucking with him would be like 6ix9ine's label. 10K projects. Because they've already shown they don't have no moral compass whatsoever.
But 10K is backed by
Universal?
Universal, right? Grange and them, yeah. So, yeah. The can we talk about some of the more ridiculous takes out of this whole Tory and Megan shit?
I gotta Dr. Boyce Watkins. I gotta read his shit word for word.
Exactly who is Dr. Boyce Watkins for the people?
Dr. Boyce Watkins is like an economist. He has I think his doctorate of economy and business and shit like that. And he's been on the Breakfast Club. He's done collaborations and stuff with Damon Dash. He has Your Black Wealth website. He does seminars talking about black empowerment. A really smart, really smart, brilliant business guy. He was a professor at Syracuse University.
I knew he was a professor.
He was a professor somewhere else, but it's like a really smart guy. That's really like stupid as a motherfucker at the same time. And I don't want to misquote this guy, so I want to make sure that I get this 100% right. But basically,
Are you looking for the tweet?
Yeah.
I'm about to put because it's
basically what he did was
see you tweet all goddamn day. I don't.
the motherfucker went around the block to basically blame Megan for getting shot.
Because I literally just commented on it.
And this is Exhibit Z of why old niggas don't belong on the internet. All right, here we go. I was asked what I think about hashtag Megan the Stallion getting shot by hashtag Tory Lanez. Space down, space down. Hashtag rappers get shot all the time. But if Megan were my daughter, I'd tell her not to date thugs. But then I'd be accused of imposing on her feminist freedoms. The world hates strong black fathers. My immediate response.
When I saw it, I was just. It took me 30 seconds. I had to reread it because it's like some cat in the hat. Like it's almost like you just don't
talking in parables.
Yeah.
And my initial response to it was, "Nigga, what?"
I said, "Man, what?" That's funny as shit.
Like, nigga, what? Like, how did we? So if somebody's shot. If somebody's shot without the presence of their own weapon, any sort of record of documented violence toward the other party, whatever, the first thing that we do shouldn't be to examine the social and societal issue of rappers get shot all the time. That's literally the equivalent of when white people say, oh, well, all people get shot by the police. It's not just black people. Yeah, true. But we dealing with this one individual person that's gotten shot right here, and name the last female rapper that's gotten shot, Dr. Boyce Watkins.
Yeah.
You can't do it.
TRPE trivia. You ready for this?
Yes.
The first 3 rap women to debut at number 1. Who are they?
The Brat.
Nope.
Debut at number 1? I'm going to fuck this up then.
Female rappers, albums. What were the first? The first one that did it, then the second one that did it, and then the third one that did it. I guarantee you he hits none of these. You should hit one.
Queen Latifah.
Nope.
MC Light.
Nope.
I already said the Brat, so I'm out. I'm 3 and out.
The first rap album from a female to debut at number 1 on Billboard was Lauryn Hill, Miseducation.
In 98?
The second album to do it later that year was Foxy Brown, China Doll. And then the third album to do it, because I watched the Rough Rider shit the other day, made me go look it up. Eve's First Lady. And it was wild to me because I'm like, damn, Kim hardcore? But I was like, yeah, no, she wasn't that. Kim didn't become like super universal till like 2000. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, Lauryn Hill, Foxy, and Eve were the first 3 women to debut at #1. And they was talking about on the Rough Rider joint, like just how crazy it was for her. Because you know she was signed to Dr. Dre.
Yeah.
And he was like, I got this white boy.
I'm out of here.
You gotta get the fuck out.
And then she kept popping up at the studio. He was like, yeah, Jimmy, drop this bitch.
Yeah, security. You know what I'm
Security.
saying? But she looked out.
You can keep the chain.
But he looked out for her, though, because he basically, Jimmy Iovine plugged her with the Rough Riders when they signed their production deal with Interscope. So they was like, we got Eve, and it just took over. And then once she did the Love is Blind record, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, shout out to Eve, man. Uptown girl, finesse the billionaire.
Finesse the billion, yeah. Hey, it's the way the cookie crumbles, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, no, she they was like when she got around and she did the Love is Blind joint and it just dragged on. It was like it was nobody just talking about you know, that angle of like
it was all chicks talking about putting their pussy on your ear before that.
Right. Foxy Brown was naked, Kim was naked. It was just where they was at in society. And she's like, she came around and was like talking about the issues of women getting molested, mistreated, beat, all these different things. And that shit just took off like wildfire. And he was like, we looked up and it was like another DMX.
Yeah.
Like DMX first album, first week, did 280K. Eve's first album, first week, did 240. Like she was right there with X. It's crazy.
Rolling.
Yeah, real shit. And it was just like, she debuts at #1, 3rd woman to ever do it. Then the album goes platinum. Then it goes double platinum. And it's like, you turn it around, Eve did what X was supposed to do as a guy, where like X went over into the movies and all of that.
Right.
Then Eve got her own TV show, fashion, everything, and then got a billionaire and
peace.
holla niggas.
You don't even see Eve no more.
Peace, I'm back to the block. Like I'm out of here. And it's like, yeah, their Chronicles is real good.
I'll never forgive DNY for not taping DMX's part of the battle.
They kind of alluded to. Did you see it?
I watched. Yeah. They said that his raps wasn't copywritten, so they didn't want him being filmed and his shit getting out there and somebody stealing it.
I didn't understand when they were saying that.
Just some nigga lawyer bullshit today. Yeah, is your music copywritten? Hold on, wait a minute, write that down. It's like one of them Jones. They heard that shit from a person that heard it from a person and didn't realize, oh no, we ain't copyright shit. Don't film this. Bullshit. It's just dumb shit. It's unnecessary. Write more raps. He's a rapper.
The crazy part is, though, X, they said he had books of raps, and it was just like, shit, it was just...
His whole second album was just like, oh, yeah, grab them books.
Yeah. We got to do it in 2 weeks? Get them books.
Get them books.
Go get them books, nigga. Like, real talk. Yeah, their Chronicles is real good. And I was watching, and I'm just like, damn, yo, Eve really was huge.
She solidified the Interscope deal for them.
Yeah. Yeah, if you want to be technical, yeah.
Because the Rough Riders compilation album was a bunch of, pieced together records. Go, Jay, give us a rec, calling in favors and shit like that. She solidified it like, oh no, they did it again. And then from her, they was able to finesse the locks out of Bad Boy. Puff still ate lovely on that deal. Shout out to Puff. And then Drag On, which even his terrible debut album still went gold.
Yeah. We Are the Streets was like a fucking street classic.
Oh my God.
That shit was crazy. And then X came back, and then there was X. Debuted at #1, went fucking crazy, 4 times platinum again.
Yeah.
They couldn't miss. It's just crazy looking at these little, again, this is a nice way to put a bow on this Tory Lanez shit. You can really, really just be coasting, like have it all.
Yeah.
And all it take is, Biggie said it best, one false move, you get Swiss cheesed up. When they decided to not give DMX part of the whole shit,
fuck the whole shit.
It just
because you've ruined the morale. Like you literally ruined his morale.
Like you got somebody who's on crack, who's desperate for love, and he feels like this is the situation that's gonna be it. And they all turn around and be like, "Oh no, dog, just business." Dog.
We talked about it, but we ain't know you actually wanted it.
Instantly, right there, you've lost X.
Yeah.
And once you lose X, I don't give a fuck how good your role players is. Yeah. It's just what it is.
He's the engine that made the fucking car go.
The Bulls lost 2 less games when Jordan retired. True. Scotty became the man. 25, 9, 8, 7, and 2, and shit like that. And he led the Bulls in all statistical categories, and they only lost 2 less games and went to the game 6 of round 2. Nigga, y'all didn't win a championship because Mike was over here fucking with wiffle ball bats. You know what I'm saying? It's like
with the Birmingham Barons.
Yeah. It's like when your star player is Vomitos.
Yeah.
I don't give a fuck how good Wayne was, BG, Turk, all them niggas. When Juvie was like, I'm out, we got
That shit got dark for a minute.
Yeah, TQ. All right, yeah, let's go TQ.
TQ's
Yeah. Like, we got to figure out a new formula. And it's like, once X was done, it was just like, X straight wasn't coming to shows.
Yeah,
I know what time I'm supposed to be there? Oh, no, I ain't fucking with that.
What show? Oh, that show? Yeah, I'm not.
I ain't fucking.
Yeah, I ain't gonna make that joint. You the headliner. Yeah. They gonna have to get their money back.
Yeah, real shit. Like, it's crazy as fuck. But it's like it imploded from inside.
Yeah.
Rockefeller imploded from inside.
Real
Death
quick.
Row imploded from inside.
Real quick, let's do this.
Nobody took these motherfuckers out.
Yeah, they took themselves out.
They just crashed and burned.
Let's do this real quick. This is a good segue, even though we don't have this on the docket. Why do you think it is, and Big Dan, I need your expertise on this because you've been in the music business a long time. Why is it that the black urban boutique labels always either isolate they superstar or just flat out do them wrong? Like, we've seen this shit 50 times.
And it's crazy because at least for me, I didn't know the whole entire Rough Rider story. I know that might shock people because it's like, I read a lot and I just never really cared to get into it, I guess.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But because you have so many other stories that are like, they punch you in the face. Like,
Right.
you know
That
how
are egregious.
You know how Death Row was created, how it formulated, how it ran, and then how it fell apart.
Yeah, it was only 3.5 years.
They hung Vanilla Ice off the roof. Dre was the best producer in the land. They was peeing on people.
Something Robert
Suge went to
Kenner.
jail. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know the ins and outs of all this shit. But it's like Rough Riders is just kind of one of them things where it was like, I don't know.
It goes to show, the Rough Riders documentary goes to show that whether the story gets publicized or not, it's always the same story as to the why.
And it's so crazy for me because the one thing I took away from the story was DMX is synonymous with Rough Riders.
Yes.
Rough Riders is DMX, and DMX is Rough Riders. And I don't know why, I just assumed that they were all fam.
Yeah, and that things was on the up and up.
I knew it was a family business. Like, I knew D.Y., Swiss being the nephew, the sister.
They was like, no, we fam.
Yeah.
You ex.
I just assumed that they was like, it just always was love, and there were no, you know what I'm saying? In my mind, I don't know why I just assumed it's fucked up. X was on crack.
Yeah.
And that was the reason, you know what I'm saying? Because it's just like, yo, you know, like, how did it end? How did it fall off? But then you see it, and it's just like, oh, y'all was on some bullshit,
That was on some
too.
bullshit, yeah.
I think what it is that,
Talking to the mic.
yeah, I think what it is when the artists get so big, they scared they're gonna lose them anyway. So it's like, let me just steal what I can steal from these motherfuckers.
That's the way it comes
think
off.
that's what it is.
I mean, I
Because
think that's
it's
what it
almost
is.
like with basketball, where it's just like when a motherfucker opts out, or you know what I'm saying? It's just like, the fuck you opting out
Right.
for? Now it's like,
I mean, you know this nigga raped the cat one time.
Yeah.
They just start, like, speaking to that point, I met Julius Jones back in like 2000, and Julius Jones, the former running back for the Cowboys.
okay.
Went to Notre Dame. I met Julius Jones. He was renting a car for me. His wife is from Philly, from South Philly. And I met him at the Enterprise. He was in town, whatever, doing some shit, getting ready for his wedding. And I was talking to him, and I was like, yeah, so what you
He's got a brother that was in the.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I was like, damn, bro, what you gonna do? I'm a Cowboys fan, da-da-da. Like, what's going on? He was like, bro, I ain't gonna hold you. I'm definitely not coming back to the Cowboys. He's like, let me run it down to you. He's like, soon as he's like, they offered me a deal early, the same way that like the Eagles used to, Joe Banner used to offer everybody a deal early. 2 years into your rookie deal, take the extension, da-da-da, because they basically projecting that you're gonna be better and worth more money. He said they offered him the same type of deal. He turned it down. They came back to him again in his third year, turned it down. Fourth year, free agency. So after the fourth year, he's a free agent. So they come to him again in the fourth. Yo, you want to sign a deal? Da-da-da. They put a little more money. And he said, no, I'm not signing with a test free agent. Da-da-da. He said, as soon as that happened, cut his carries, start leaking all this shit to the media. Like, because they was like, because they was like, yo, we feel like we gonna lose him, and they did everything they could to devalue him, and he ended up signing with the Seahawks. And still got a big contract anyway. But he said, bro, they did everything they could do to fuck my value up in the media because I didn't sign the contract early. So it's the same thing with the music business.
Yeah.
It's like,
It's just that we focus on black artists because we listen to black artists. So it's probably going around with all the shit.
Here's my thing though, to a certain extent.
I've never seen Mariah Carey or Celine Dion have like a contract dispute.
I watched this show called.
That's the problem.
Up fronts be
ridiculous.
even if you is stealing from me, I got 100 million. I don't give a fuck.
But this is what I was about to say. So I watched this show, Counting Cars, right? It's like my favorite show where they're restoring cars and shit. It's the bull counting Las Vegas and shit. But he's a rock motherfucker. Like, he's into tattoos, rock and roll, all that bullshit. White dude, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. And he does he restores cars and builds custom motorcycles and all that shit. So, you know, his base is, of course, it's not Meek and Dirk. You know what I'm saying? It's fucking rock and roll motherfucker. So every episode he's got, you know, Axl Rose, Tommy Lee, fucking who was on the other day? D. Snyder from Twisted Sister. Like, all these rock motherfuckers just be coming through the shop, coming through the tattoo parlor, whatever. So he builds bikes, old school cars, you know, all that bullshit for all of them. Like custom choppers, doing this to they vans, they tour buses, all that bullshit. And the one thing I peeped watching the show is like, they're all rich.
All of them.
Dog, it's nuts. Tommy Lee, his homie was riding his chopper. Basically, the Count built him a chopper, custom chopper, long frame, had a fucking, I forgot the front ends that they put on them Jones, the real long Jones with the hooks and shit. Yeah. Sugar Bear front end. Crazy part is, Sugar Bear front ends on chopper motorcycles is like a legendary. Anybody's listening to this in the motorcycles, they know that the Sugar Bear front end is like the best front end you can get because you know how long choppers are. Yeah. You can make a U-turn on it.
Oh shit.
Cause you know normally you gotta make a 3-point zone, like pull up back, but they like the front ends are so good you can actually make a U-turn on the choppers. But I've heard that name forever. Sugar Bear front end. Yeah. He's black.
Holy
old
shit.
Nigga in fucking Long Beach, California. He was like, yeah, I'm going to Sugar Bear shop today. You know, he seldomly likes getting seen, but he told us we can pull up because I needed a front end, like in short notice, whatever. Yeah. He put up cold old head black boy. And he talked like shit too. He's like, yo, I appreciate you so much for getting me the front end in short notice. He's like, see how much you appreciate me when you get the bill for that motherfucker. Like, cold old school nigga. But anyway, like I was saying, I'm watching the show. Tommy Lee, he built Tommy Lee a chopper. His homie was riding it and got rear-ended at a rear light. The motherfucker rode up on top of him.
Damn.
And like crushed him, like broke his back, broke his pelvis, all his, he was fucked up. So Tommy Lee was like, yeah, you know, like I was more so worried about my friend. Like I didn't really give a fuck about the bike or whatever. But as like a surprise, the Count rebuilt it, like took it, basically did everything new again to the same, because he was like, the frame was still good. Yeah. So he basically redid the bike. So he's like, I'm taking it to Tommy Lee house today, you know, to surprise him with it or whatever. The house was like, you had to see this
9
shit.
houses.
It was like 8 houses. I was like, what the fuck?
He had a fucking compound.
Filthy fucking rich. The boy, D. Snyder from Twisted Sister, I Wanna Rock, that motherfucker. He come through there every week. Yeah, I just got a fucking new Tesla. I know you don't do new school cars, but could you hook it up? He's like, I want 24 karat gold rims. He's like, gold rims? All right, fuck it. They just filthy fucking rich. And I was saying that shit with her when we was watching. I'm just like, all these old school white acts, these flock of seagulls and these fucking the bull. The bull was on there from what's the Come on, feel the noise, Quiet Riot. The motherfucker was on there, they just filthy fucking rich. He had one episode where he went and visited Wayne Newton. Wayne Newton showing his car collection. He like, yeah, that's Johnny Cash's Rolls Royce. I won that in a poker game. Elvis actually bought me this car. I'm just like, these motherfuckers. And I'm looking at that compared to like.
They make money different. Like all their concerts, they don't get paid.
This is what I'm saying.
They get 75% of the door.
Their whole structure of music. That's what I was saying. It's so different than ours. But I sit back and I can't help but notice and be like, Taylor Swift had a fucking Drake and Future record playing on her Apple commercial. Yeah. And it's just shit like that where it's just like, I know for a fact there's no artist bigger in the last 5 years of music than Drake.
Right.
And there's no artist second to him than Future, if you want to be technical. Yeah. So we started looking at it the other day because we like this. We start getting into this shit. Future has more #1 records over the last 10 years than any other artist on earth, right? Drake is the best performing Billboard artist ever, right? He has out of the 5 biggest selling rap tours in the history of rap, he has 4 of them. The only one that's not a Drake tour is Watch the Throne, Jay and Kanye.
Right.
You know how much Drake is worth? $120 million. You know how much Future is worth? $70 million. Justin Bieber, he's worth 260. I'm like, what the fuck? Taylor Swift, through all of her nonsense, you know Taylor Swift was getting robbed.
Yeah.
She had a split with the bull. Scooter. Yeah. She had a fucking whole split with him where she had to basically sue the nigga and he won.
Yeah.
Taylor Swift for $360 million. I'm like, if she was getting robbed, how the fuck is she worth $360 if she was getting robbed?
They throw Coliseums at $60,000 at $100 a pop. That's $600,000, right?
This shit is nuts.
And they get 75-80% of that.
But it goes back to what he was saying.
Get a flat $100,000.
Get a flat fee.
Right, but this
Like
is what I'm. This is the structure of the music in general. Because at the end of the day, like they said on the Rough Riders joint, niggas show up and really just don't know. Master P might have been the only one that was like, "You gonna give me $1 million? How much am I worth? I'm cool.
Yeah, I'm worth at least 10 if you gonna give me $1 million.
I'm cool.
You don't even know me. You gonna give me $1 million?
You know my name ain't Master, right?
You know my real name is Percy.
Like what? And it's like niggas really just don't know when they show up in this fucking into anything.
We just see it time and time again. And my thing is with the black executives, it's like, if you know you got something, if I'm Drama and Cannon and I know I got the next Lil Wayne and Lil Uzi, just pay the nigga. Like, just pay him up front and wait for yours on the back end. Like, why play the game when you know what you got? You got, this motherfucker is the first artist to go platinum this year. His debut album, platinum. Every other album he ever put out, platinum. He got 2 diamond singles.
Like, my thing is,
why?
And you don't need the money.
Right. like Birdman with Lil Wayne, it's like, You Bubble Brown and B. Baby was 2 Rolexes in '97. Like, I'm not joking. I have that shit on tape where the Rap City, the basement, Big Tigger and them, they went to Magnolia Projects and hung out with Cash Money. Baby is on there with 2 presidential rollies, the way Lil Baby and Uzi and Yachty, all these niggas wear 2 watches now. Baby was doing that shit in '97.
Absolutely.
You got Juvenile, who done went 400 degrees 5 times platinum. Block is Hot platinum. Chopper City in the Ghetto 2 times platinum. Y'all niggas got this fucking huge Universal deal, $30 million. Y'all filthy fucking rich. Filthy rich. You a legend in the down south game. You a legend realistically in music. You get to the point now where Wayne done came up with the Squad Up mixtapes. Wayne done came up with the prefix. Wayne done came up with the suffix. Wayne done hit us with Dedication 1, Dedication 2. Carter 1 comes out and it's a fucking smash. Carter 2 comes out, he takes over music. The nigga does 77 features in one motherfucking, the hottest 77 features in 1 year. Wayne gets to the point where he's generating $100 million a fucking album cycle.
Yeah.
You got a Lauderjet Maybach. You got a Bugatti. You got Scotch Storch old crib. Why the fuck you don't just pay Wayne and keep, like, what? It don't even make logical sense. Why does Wayne have all of this run with all of these mixtapes, all of these albums, and then Carter 4, it has to just stop dead in its tracks?
To make it so nasty.
It's ridiculous.
To make it so nasty is that Cash Money got $500 million just in advances.
Yeah.
They got 30. Then 3 years later, they got 80. Then 2 years later, they got $100. And then 3 years after that, they got $150 or something like that. They got $500 million in advances. Yeah. So we know the money came in. That's not the mechanical royalty. That's not the performance royalty. That's just, here, please give us the right to distribute your shit and collect 15%. And they got $500.
It's crazy.
Where the fuck did the money go?
It's insane.
Where did it go? Like,
my whole thing with like watching those old rockers and those old white musicians is just like the people from our genre who are super successful, the Jay-Z's, the Nas's, the Puffs, 50. All these niggas got super successful doing a bunch of other shit.
Yeah, their money didn't come from music.
They didn't just get, whereas all these other dudes, they just collect royalties and go on tour. You two go on tour once every couple years and smash tour records.
Puff is worth $1 billion, probably like $1.2 billion. The 2 might have came from music. Might have, and he's a music industry lifer.
It's like Jordan.
Puff broke Jodeci and Mary J. Blige.
For all his work, Jordan made $100 million playing basketball. And 70 of that was the last 2 years with the Bulls. Exactly. Jordan was out there dunking on the entire league for $900K. Real shit. Crazy as fuck. Then you look up and you see Mike Conley getting $35 million a year. This shit is crazy as shit. Yeah. But it's like, I'm telling you, I watched this show and it's like every single person that pop up he go to their house or because he go to deliver the cars or deliver the bikes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm taking this over to so-and-so's house. I'm taking this over to so-and-so's car, so-and-so's garage or so-and-so. And it's just like, huh?
Yeah, they wealthy.
Dog. The
people
boy
are-
Steve Bartman is on there. He's he was an investor. He basically was investing in like different musical acts and different musical things.
Yeah.
And he was the one who basically he was doing a lot of the deals because they in Vegas where the whole scene that they have now where it's motherfuckers doing like concerts for the whole year.
Right. The
Residencies. He was behind a lot of that shit. He just actually recently passed away. Old white dude. He went to his garage. Everyone like think about how like motherfuckers talk about like this car is rare as shit.
Yeah.
And that car is rare as shit. He got
All of them. Yeah, they all there.
The nigga got
Him and Jay Leno got all of them.
he got a 57 Eldorado with a custom V12 engine from Cadillac. They don't make engines, but he basically commissioned Cadillac to build him a V12 engine for his 57 Eldorado. So he was like, these cars when they came out were very expensive. They were $13,000 in 57. That's
Right.
what houses cost.
Yeah.
So he's like, it's a very expensive car. So Count was like, how much work do you have in there? He was like, I'm gonna estimate 650,000. He just like, what? Like, nigga put 600 in a 57 Caddy,
Right.
and it's just sitting in his garage with all this other shit. He got a 32 Ford that he commissioned. I forgot the name, but they built him a 904 cubic inch engine that's putting out 1,400 horses. He's like, this has more horsepower than a Bugatti. He was like, yeah, I'd probably beat a Bugatti with this. This shit ain't got no windshield. it's a 32 Ford, ain't no windshield. He's like, yeah, I could beat a Bugatti. Just like, they just got money to just fuck off and play around with. And just on the string. Whereas I look at like the hip hop scene that commands everything. I'm not talking about just music. Hip hop commands fashion. It commands potato chips. Nigga, Snoop Dogg got a Tostitos commercial.
Right.
Snoop Dogg got a Corona commercial.
Pepsi commercial.
Pepsi, it's just what it is. Hip hop controls and commands everything. And then I look and it's like niggas be hot for 3-4 years and then you look up, they on Unsung. And it's just like,
I mean, black people go for it too. You throw $100,000 in their face.
That's the
it.
joint. So me and Jules was talking about us the other day with the whole podcast shit, and it's just like, yeah, I don't know if I could sign away like everything, and it's fucked up because it's like the situation. Me and you are pretty decent. We're cool. We're comfortable for where we are in life. Niggas ain't buying Porsches left and right. You know what I'm saying? But it's like niggas can do what the fuck they want to do. But it's like somebody stepping tomorrow, Spotify any of them, and like, yeah, we give you $2 million. It's like. They call my job. Let them know. I gotta let them know. And that's where it be. So it's like you a young nigga from 64th or a young nigga from North Philly or a young nigga from the 60s or a young nigga from Dade County.
Yeah.
And they haul off and be like, look, we give you 500 racks today.
Yeah, right now. But you got to make a decision right now. You can't call your mama. You can't call a lawyer. You can't call your cousin Junebug and them that work for JP Waterhouse. Like,
And
you can't do none of that
It's
shit.
fucked up. And
It's predatory.
That's where I was going.
It's predatory.
If you watch that Rough Rider shit, the instant thing I took away from it, I really don't like Leor.
He's a piece of shit.
I really don't. I hate his voice. I really don't. And I just the way they act with him. Even Irv, and I fucks with Irv. But even listening to Irv, like, oh my God, I got that pick up the lid. I was just like, yo, stop.
Snuff you.
Fuck this boy, man. Because he been doing that shit for 25, 30 years. He's
the
still
biggest
doing it.
vulture. And Dame call him out every time, and everybody's like, Dame wants some bullshit. And he's absolutely fucking right.
Like, y'all don't even dig it. That him saying to y'all, I bet you $1 million you can't do another album before the end of the quarter. It's so that he can
pad his pocket.
It's so that he can line his shit up straight. So that he can turn around to the label and be like, look what we pulled off in this whole. Not so that y'all can. And niggas don't even dig it.
Because y'all getting pennies on the dollar. X, you getting 11 cent. Rough Riders getting 11 cent.
That
and we
was-
bringing back the other motherfucking 88.
When X dropped It's Dark and Hell is Hot, and y'all knew that y'all was the next movement, and Steve Stout and them stepped in and hit y'all with the deal for the publishing. I mean, for the
label deal.
The label deal.
50-50 split.
It's like, that was y'all joint right there to be like, hold up, let's slow down.
I need to renegotiate this
We
shit.
need to
first.
renegotiate the X shit.
Yeah.
Before, because X came right back. Another number one that went 5 times platinum. Another number one that went 4 times platinum. Another number one that went 4 times platinum. And another number one that went 3 times platinum. All under y'all belt.
Yeah.
So X is X. We know that. we need to renegotiate X's shit to bring basically like lawyer Kevin tell you like becoming a partner with the firm.
Yeah.
We need to do that. Then we could focus on this shit. Because that sets X up for a whole nother situation.
Exactly.
And then y'all just look way more powerful, but niggas just, it's like can't see the forest for the trees. And it's like, it's just annoying after a while watching these situations.
They say $100,000 in cash is like $1 million check to a nigga. It's like, yo, you got 100 bands right there?
Well, what Pusha T say on Soul Paul? $500,000 in 20s is like $1 billion where I'm from. This shit is, it's the truth. To a young nigga in the hood, it's like, whoa, what the fuck? So it's like, yeah, they do that shit on the strength. Like even the NBA, and I feel like it's all predatory to a certain extent. Because niggas just never own any of the shit. You know, like just ever. It's just what it is. And when a nigga comes along like Dame Dash or like LeVar Ball, that's like, no, yo, we should own this shit. Niggas is like,
everybody look like that nigga's crazy because most people just go along to get along. And they not willing to push the envelope because even if they know their true worth, they like, man, we ain't trying to disturb these white folks. They take their money back and we be back in the hood. Like motherfuckers have a fear of poverty and a fear of going back to the circumstances for which they came. And it's like, yeah, but on the same token, you'll spend money like you not afraid to go back. The little bit of change that they do give you, you'll spend it indiscriminately.
Oh man, poor update. My homie the other day shall remain nameless. He works in security at the casino. He had me in absolute stitches. He was like, "Yo, man, what's going on with the whole like what that PUA shit?" And I'm like, "The poor?" And he burst out laughing. He was like, "Yeah, yo, like, is they really getting like loaded like that?" I'm like, pretty much like everybody out there that's like unemployed has got like at least 15. You know what I'm saying?
At least.
And he was like, "No, yo, cause like he been at the casino now for years, so he like." All the little dirty niggas that used to be in there with like wife beaters and like barely, you know what I'm saying?
Meandering around.
He's like, they all got on Dior, everything. Everybody got a little chest bag. And he was like, the little nigga came in the other day. He's like, I seen him in there before just like sitting around smoking cigarettes. He's like, he cracked open his little chest bag and pulled out like 5,000, threw it on the crap table like, yeah, all black chips. Like, all black. And he was just like, what the fuck is going on? I'm like, dog, they running wild.
Yeah, everybody
so the other day, somebody we know is on vacation or whatever, and you know everybody's on vacation right now.
The universe is on vacation right now.
Yeah, I'm going on vacation as well. Everybody.
I'm going Thursday.
I'm leaving Thursday. That's funny as shit. So everybody's on fucking vacation. But he's down there with a bunch of motherfuckers, whatever. So I'm just like scrolling through, like looking at shit. So I start like clicking on at names. So I click on this one nigga's at name, and of course it made me go to another. So I'm like, you know, you rabbit hole. I click, and I'm looking at the shit. I click on the nigga's at name. All 9 of the recent pictures, the squares, it's just drip. It's just draped up and dripped out, nigga. It's a Burberry outfit, then it's a Dior, and I mean like Burberry shoes, Burberry pants, Burberry hat, Burberry earmuffs, nigga. It's 90 degrees, like just Burberry everything.
Burberry earplugs,
yeah,
fucking
AirPods, all that shit. Next picture, Dior everything. Dior chucks, Dior shirt, Dior hat, everything. Next picture, what's the chrome shit?
Chrome heart.
Chrome hearts. The hoodie look heavy as shit. I'm like, yo, it's hot as fuck. Chrome heart hoodie, chrome heart this. Next picture, Gucci this, Gucci. All that. One picture is the close-up shot of the crown with the Cartier bracelet and shit. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, God damn, this nigga must be pooing the fuck out. So I'm just like cracking up, whatever. Something was like, scroll back to January. So I scroll back to like pre-pool. The pre-pool pictures is crazy. This is dick New Balances, white beaters, no jewelry. I'm like, yo.
It's like we said, niggas been waiting on a moment.
Yo,
like,
pre-pool pictures is the craziest joints out there.
All the pool ballers out there, delete your old pics, man.
What's crazy is I went on one nigga page the other day. His earliest picture on his page is from May. It's like niggas done smartened up.
I've been getting money. When May?
It's like niggas getting surgery. It's like niggas done smartened up, boy. You
better archive them old joints.
Ain't no old pics around no more. Nah, bitch, we been balling over here. I was dying, yo. But my man, he was saying that shit. He was like, yo, nah, like I'm in a casino. Like niggas is, and he was like, it's fucked up because you know Harris. They're the only one that's 24 hours. I didn't even peep that. Sugar House and Parks closed the fuck down. So he was like, yeah, when they close down, we get the rush. And dog,
Niggas chasing the fix.
he was like, yo, I'm telling you, he's like, everybody, like, he said that their director was saying that they're gonna have to, just as a precaution, they might start searching bags. Because he was like, everybody's coming in this motherfucker with a bag.
Right.
He's like, I ain't never seen this many little chest bags, little purses. He's like, this shit is crazy. He's like, the one nigga came in the other day, he's like, I thought he had a gun holster. He's like, it looked like a gun holster, but it's little,
chest shit.
it's little bags and shit all over the jaw. He's like, yo,
Coming
yo.
there like Elliot Ness with the fucking under the armpit.
We went to eat the other day at, what's the shit on Spring Garden?
Spring Garden.
On 5th and Spring Garden. The fuck is it called? Silk City.
Silk City, yeah, the trailer. I'm like, the trailer looking spot.
We went to Silk City. They got the little outdoor garden shit you could eat, whatever. So whatever. We out there eating. And you can come into there or you can do takeout. I look up, it's like 6 or 7 niggas outside of the fence. They out on the curb. And I'm like, what's this nigga commotion going on out there? You know what I'm saying?
Nigga motion.
Yeah, what is this? And one of them came in. He was like, "Yeah, yo, can we do a takeout order?" You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, no, I'm grabbing food for the guys. And that was what he said. And I was just like, the fuck. So whatever he ordered, you could tell he was ordering shit, whatever. Because our table was like somewhat close to where the little outdoor little pay area is. So she was like, okay, yeah, your total is 170, whatever the fuck it was. He went. And, yo, I'm talking about he pulled out so much cash, it was just ridiculous.
That's a long way, busting out them jeans.
So, I'm talking about, and she's just watching him, and he just, you know, they not, it don't even look like they really be counting nothing, just the hands be flapping. So then she stops him like halfway in and was like, sir, we're card or credit or debit only. And he was like, oh, y'all on some nut shit. Like, he put the shit back in his pocket. So he walked out the gate, and then he came back in with, like, another one of, I guess, the guys. He came back in with one of them. So he was like, yeah, I put it on my card. So, boom, the blue card. Blue card came out. I'm trying my hardest to not laugh, because niggas is just funny as shit. So whatever. We get done, we walking out and go back to the car. So we come out to the curb now. They still waiting on their shit. I'm talking about when I came out, I almost screamed because the one who came in initially to pay for the food, he had a chest purse. The one who came in and pulled out the blue card, he had on a chest purse. When I came out, every one of the guys had on. I'm like, yo, that shit is like the uniform now. Like, everybody got a fucking chest bag.
It's chest purse or backpack, Dior Chucks, Rolly or Cardi, and usually like a terrible lay. That's like the off day shit. And then Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, head to toe.
Dog.
Draped up and dripped out.
Draped up and dripped out. That shit is real, man. And my man the other day was just like, I need to look into this PUA shit. I'm like, dog, like, shit is wild. Like, it's running wild.
I got the call Friday. My cuz called me and said, yo, motherfuckers down Danny selling shit like it's going out of style. It was like about 4 motherfuckers in there. They had the kids with them and everything.
Oh, yeah.
Like, oh, yeah, no, what I can get for this joint? I'm like, damn, niggas ain't see my IG.
Oh.
Like, I got money for you motherfuckers. Like, call me, not Danny.
How do you feel? Well, I guess, not to go backwards, but the whole Tory and Megan shit. I just want to say this. The crusade that weird niggas on the internet are on to make her out to be a snitch.
It's so strange.
I have to say this. Snitching is me being complicit in a crime. Yeah. Me getting caught, and then as a way to get out of whatever consequences or repercussions that are coming my way, I throw you, Dan, whoever, under the table.
Correct.
That's snitching, okay? As a civilian, which is what Meg the Stallion is, if someone harms me, the crazy part was, she was not even gonna say nothing.
Correct.
But Meg going on live after you've basically berated her for the last month with your nonsense, and finally just like, yeah, no, he shot me.
Yeah.
That's not snitching.
It's not snitching.
It sucks. I know.
It's domestic violence situation. Niggas got to stop mixing the streets with domestic violence because it's
Stop
not
mixing the streets with everything.
Yeah, it's nothing thorough about beating your girl, let alone clapping her.
No.
So it's like, so the whole thing is this, right? If my mom, God forbid, gets shot today or tomorrow, I'm going to make sure that she cooperate with the law to the fullest extent. And if I find out who did it, I'm going to smoke you. But that's aside from what she got going on. I'm going to live by the code of the streets. She's a civilian. She ain't got to do that. I'm going to handle it in whatever I see fit. You're going to hope the police catch you before I do because they just going to lock your ass up. I'm going to smoke you. But I live by a different set of rules. She don't. Don't shoot my mother. You won't have to worry about getting shot or the police coming to get you. Stop shooting people that don't got nothing to do with y'all nonsense. Simple.
Yeah, but the crusade that the internet is on this week is just so strange. It's like you said, y'all begged this girl, tell us what happened, tell us what happened, tell us what happened. And the internet gives me a headache at times, honestly.
I'm really like just off it and over it, and it's like, yo, if it wasn't for this show, like I really wouldn't. Like I got a business I'm dropping soon. It's just like I'm really removing my personal element of myself from the shit. Like it's exhausting.
Yeah.
It's super exhausting dealing with people.
Dog, it literally, I was saying it the other day, I hate y'all captions. I can't get over that. I be ready to like the picture because the picture be nice.
Be like, nope.
But then the caption just be like, I gotta read one the other day I saw. I know exactly who page this shit is on.
I've gotten to the point where I only look at people's stories. I don't even look at people posts no more because I can't take the captions.
The picture, the what's it called? The location on the picture is a restaurant. She's clearly out front of the restaurant. Nice picture, look good, titties sit up, legs look good.
Titties sit up.
The caption said, "I get it out the muscle, bitch. Fuck you thought." I'm like, you going to dinner?
You here for prawns? Why are you acting like this?
I was like, why are y'all so angry? You going to dinner?
What I realize is that people are super, regardless of how people have obtained whatever they have, they're so insecure about the things that they have that they just project it.
And Lil was talking about it the other day. This is where the whole caption with the no pua has, it's like.
It's insecurity.
Why are you telling us this?
Yeah. We don't care.
We weren't even assuming. I mean, we were, but we weren't assuming.
I'm looking for a house. I'm spending all pool.
My man Young Money on.
I was actually, it's crazy because I bought a, not to go full nigger, I bought some Balenciaga shit the other day. I'm smaller now, so I bought some, I was going to post a picture with like my shoes and my shirt, and the caption was going to be all pool. I was going to do it. Y'all fucked it up. I was going to do it this weekend. It's like, no, I was really hyped to do that. It's like, yeah, no, this is all pool. But real shit is like, you got motherfuckers like really going out of their way to be like, yeah, this ain't no pool. And it's just like,
y'all are weird.
Yeah, like
y'all are weird as shit, man.
Mind you, we know you're not employed, so we know it's because it's just what it is.
And like, the whole thing is money is money. That pool money spent just like whatever prostitute money you got. Like it all spent the same way. Like
it's nuts.
Somebody said, I said probably like a week ago, I had a tweet. And somebody had an underrated response to it, and I finally understand it. He said that, I said, it's crazy. People waited all this time to finally get some money just to flex on strangers, and it's strange. And the response from the person was, yeah, and it's also shown how insecure people who already had money are. It's disgusting all the way around. And I'm like, damn, you absolutely right. Because of the no poo shit and I get it out the mud and this, they all projecting insecurity about whatever they have or however they got it. And it's like, yo, if you an escort, then say that. Like, who cares how you make your money? Like, name your rate and enjoy yourself. Like, but it ain't, everything don't have to be like a competition or like a stick your chest out
let me tell
situation.
So, I post those weight loss pictures and they just go, I don't know why, when my mixtape drop, I'm attaching it to a weight loss picture. Nigga, that shit gonna go. It's just what it is. Them shits on Twitter go every motherfucking where. So, the chick hit me the other day and she like quoted on top of the joint. So I only saw it because it comes through your quotes. Mm-hmm. I don't use the Twitter app. I use Tweet Logic.
Yeah.
And whenever you get a quote, it hits you about your quote. So I because you're not going to see it on your timeline.
Yeah.
So I commented on it, whatever. And the chick sent me her weight loss picture. And she's lost a nice amount of weight, whatever. And she was like, yeah, I did this in the last year and a half with, what the fuck was it was like in big letters. It was like, no surgeries, though. And I was like, great job, ho. That was my response. I was like, great job, ho, and she blocked me. I was just like, what the fuck was that? Like, people are weird as shit. And it's just like anything to feel like I'm better. Like, it's nutty as shit. You could buy some $800 sneaks. I could buy some $200 sneaks. And the way people are wired is like, oh man, the fuck out of them Jones corny. You spent all that money on them Jones, they corny as shit. But if the position was juxed and you got the $200 sneaks and I got the $100 sneaks, fuck out of here, nigga, and these my play Jones, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's just nuts. It's like no matter what. Chris Rock had a bit about that where like, you could talk about this, but you can't talk about that. Right. It's nuts. People will really go out of their way to find anything they can to feel like.
They just looking for an advantage. Like, they looking for like a little slither or something to like, exploit or like use to their advantage.
At my just right before I had the whole accident and shit, these masks, they have them in a box at the fucking joint because you're supposed to wear masks and shit.
Yeah.
So I would literally just come in and I actually need to go get some. I ain't been in a couple weeks. I just
take a handful.
Yeah, just take some. You know what I'm saying? So the box wasn't there and I was like, yo, where the mask at? And the clerk was like, oh, I gotta go get a new box out the back. I'm like, all right, well,
yeah,
I ain't got all day.
Go do, motherfucker.
So she came back, whatever, and she put the mask on. I'm like, yeah, y'all gotta make sure y'all had these joints. So I pulled it out, whatever, put it on. And this chick, she like kind of knew whatever. She was standing there, she was like, you really wear them Jones? And I was like, what you mean? And she was like, what, like, you really wear them Jones? And I was like, I mean, they want us to wear them in the building. I'm like, ain't no big deal or whatever. And she's like, no, I'm talking about like them little bullshit paper ones. And I'm like, yeah, you know, like, and she was like, oh no, like I had to go get me a Joan made. And then I was like, what are we talking about? And she walked off, I walked off, went like over to my locker, and I came back, and she walked past me as she was going out. She had her mask on, and it had the Chanel logo on. I'm like, man, I'm about to call the cops. It's like, you like copyright and shit. And it's just like, why are we like this? Like,
people are sick,
people
man.
are nuts. Like, she really said that to me, though. Like, you wearing a paper, John? And I'm like, I guess.
Peasantry.
Yeah.
Look at you protecting yourself. Paper mask.
With a dollar mask. What fucking wrong with
My
you?
dollar mask do the same shit as your $8 fake Chanel mask.
$8 fake mask. Like, you know if I go to Chanel right now and ask where the mask at.
Karl Lagerfeld and Coco gonna be looking for you about this mask.
Like, I go in there and ask you where your mask at. They gonna be like, get your ass out this fucking store.
Security.
Yeah. Speaking of which, it says that we're going back to normal on September 8th. Is this true?
No, we ain't going back to normal. They're slowly starting to ease the restrictions. So September 8th, people are allowed to dine indoors again. Last week we was like, fuck we gonna do?
I told you they gonna open it up, but it's gonna be real.
So now it's 20 to 25% indoor capacity. All the servers gotta wear masks, obviously. Social distancing within the restaurants and all that shit. So that means like I'm gonna come in with my girl, I'm gonna be sitting over here, you gonna be way over there. What up, Matt? It's gonna be one of them type of Jones. And
probably good if you creeping.
Yeah, and they probably gonna limit how many people can come in and out on a daily basis also. But yeah, they gotta, they can't let these businesses fail. So they gonna do what the fuck they gotta do to ease restrictions.
I was at this one little restaurant, real cool spot that I'm not gonna tell y'all because I don't want y'all there. But I was
trying to see y'all.
Yeah, I ain't trying to hear y'all, see y'all. But I was there eating last week, and they sanitize everything. You know what I'm saying? Like if you come and sit down and eat, like here, I'm pretty sure we get up, motherfucker wipe something. You know what I mean? You know how they do that shit everywhere now. And it's outside, of course, and it was a table, it was two couples, like two guys, two women. They got up and they left. The server came, took the plates, all the shit off of the table. So then the cleaner boy came out. When I tell you, he sanitized, it was like a fire extinguisher. Nigga was shit. I was like, yo, what the fuck is that? And it's like, yeah, man, like they really not fucking around with this whole keeping shit clean, keeping shit sanitized thing.
But it's like, think about what they were doing before. Or not doing.
That's the crazy part. Because you used to go to a table before and your fork could be dirty. You'd be like, oh no, can I get it up?
Y'all got plasticware?
Yeah, real talk. So it's like, it shows you just how And I've noticed it a lot more, like, because I get on the bus, and I always did this. Like, that's the funny. People used to always make jokes about me wearing the black gloves on my IG. I'm like, I've been wearing them shits for years. You know what I'm saying? I always wear black gloves at work. Because what it was, I got a cut on my finger a couple years ago, and it got infected. And after that, I had to go get that shit cut. Like, they had to cut me and drain the pus out. After that, I'm just like, yeah, no. So I always wear gloves, keep them on. I never did the mask shit. You know, that's some new shit. Crazy part is Michael Jackson was ahead of the curve. He knew what was coming. But
you filthy peasants.
But I always wipe down the driver's area of the bus, like the Lysol wipes and shit. I've always been doing that. So I get on, wipe the steering wheel, all the shit I'm gonna be touching. The phone, the steering wheel, the brake, the fucking AMDT, the fare box, all of that shit. But I've started wiping down the door handles. And you would be surprised how dirty the door handles of the bus, because people use them to pull themselves up on the bus all the time. And it's crazy. I watch it. It don't, like, people get on the bus every fucking corner with a mask on, all this shit. They put their hands right on that fucking bar and pull themselves out. I'll be like, that bar fucking filthy. So when I get off the bus now, I like roll off the motherfucker. Like, I roll down the door. Like, I don't touch that shit. Just because. I put my back on the door and just roll the fuck off the bus. Just because it's like, people filthy. You know what I'm saying? It's wild because it's like I was saying it to this chick. The bus is honestly the worst place you could be. Yeah. Like, at least you traveling on a plane. When the plane gets to the end of the line, the plane gets clean. And it's always gotten clean. I'm like, the bus don't get cleaned at all. So it's like, when this bum nigga get on and he sit there and he get up, you come and you don't know who was sitting in that seat 10 stops ago. You know what I'm saying? And the bus is it's just a filthy fucking place. But I've realized in these last couple months, just how dirty it can be and how motherfuckers really just don't pay attention to it. Because you pull up, open that door, they grab that motherfucking, I'll be like, ugh. That shit is crazy.
It was just so much regular everyday life shit that we was doing that was so unsanitary, just filthy.
Niggas was smoke. You know what's crazy? I remember when I stopped the whole passing weed. I stopped that shit years ago. It's just like, I'll smoke with you, but like, well, I don't smoke anymore. But if I was to, you could we'll roll up our own and we could just chill. Like, we could do that. But it's
Styles
just
P ahead of the curve. I smoke blunts to the head, so don't pass me shit.
Niggas, like, I've seen it because like motherfuckers be smoking cigarettes. Random motherfucker walk up, yo, let me get a short.
Excuse me?
Huh?
Yo, you gonna smoke that big man?
Not to me. I'm saying, like, my man, one of my homies used to smoke all crazy. Motherfuckers would dead ass just walk up, yo, can I get a short? And he'd be like, and I'd just be like, y'all niggas, man. Y'all
sharing
crazy.
Saliva.
Like, y'all crazy as shit. And it's just like, yeah, no, that's a real live thing. Like, we really are filthy animals. You know what I mean?
We got to cover two more topics.
We got two more we got to knock out. Nas's album. I'm going to go there. It's the best album of 2020 so far.
Album of the year.
I'm going to go there. You can get mad at me if you want. I'm a Nas fan. Everybody knows that. I'm going there. It's the best album. I was done. We talked about it earlier in the show. Me and Rob, I'd given up.
Yeah.
After Nasir, because that was just, I don't know what that was. And the Lost Tapes 2.
Yeah.
I remember I tweeted, I'm like, yo, Nas got to stop finding these tapes, man. Like, it's just getting ridiculous. You know what I'm saying?
These wasn't some good tapes to recover.
Yeah, no, these Jones could have stayed out there. You know what I'm saying? But it's like, yo, it shows you just how good of a rapper he really is. The fact that he can do a song with Dirk, can do a song with Anderson .Paak, can do Spicy with Ferg, where Ferg was talking.
Ferg went crazy.
Ferg was talking crazy on there. And it's just like, damn, it shows you, honestly, to me, and you can get mad again, just how different him and Jay-Z are. Because Jay-Z dropped a song that day. I don't understand why. But he just came out of the blue with a song with Pharrell.
Yeah. Well, Pharrell with a song with him. And
Nas is just really good, man. He's just a really good rapper.
My biggest takeaway from the album is that Nas, like a lot of other dope rappers that are out there, the missing element is being properly produced and having somebody that understands the culture and understands song making and hit song making and pointing the motherfucker in the right direction and say, no, don't do that. No, cut this. Cut them 2 bars off. Replace it with something else. Rewrite that verse because this verse we gonna make the second. Like, that's an important part of fucking song making.
Hell yeah.
And motherfuckers be lacking that. And you can hear certain people and you hear like they potential, but it's like they be missing Like, it's like if they tweak this or that, this is a hit record. But because they didn't, it's just a record on an album. You know what I'm saying? Whereas Nas' album, it feels like one cohesive project. It feels like one motherfucker producer shit. There's ups and downs in the tempo. He's spitting, like talking that shit, adult shit.
Looking at my yacht master, Pac Blaster. He just like
relationship shit. What it's like to be an older man dating younger women. But I'm
fucking the same chicks Drake and Future hit, but I can't deal with this back and forth texting book. Like, Nas is talking crazy on this album.
You getting frustrated with my one word answers. He said, this is me. Call me. Look at you. Stalling.
Yeah.
Like, no, call me. Like, no, you with another nigga right now. You pressing me about me texting you back. But I say, call me, you can't do it.
Right.
Because you entertaining another motherfucker. So he's touching on so much shit. And I just know people gonna miss the content part of it. And I'm just, meanwhile, my 37-year-old ass is like, I'm going through this shit right now.
My homie who is a habitual Nas hater, habitually. Like, this nigga he always was a J fan. I don't fuck with Nas. What do Nas be talking about? If you don't understand him, that don't mean that he nice, all that bullshit. He hit me the other day and was like, I ain't gonna hold you, man. That Blue Benz? Man, listen, he was like...
He telling stories again. Like,
he was like, Blue Benz made me listen to the whole album. He's like, I ain't gonna hold you. This showing all that. I'm like, dog, like, it's really a good ass album, yo.
It's age appropriate, but it's still...
It's not him trying to sound like a little nigga.
It ain't him trying to preach. He talking fly shit. He talking relationship shit, everything.
Even the John with Dirk, it's basically like, the way he's coming off is like, listen to the young nigga tell his little perspective of life in Chicago as I tell you what it was like for me being a young nigga in Queensbridge. Like, it's good.
Him and Hit Boy did a lot of bridging the gap.
Yeah.
Because you look at the track list and you like, what the fuck is this bullshit? And then you hear it and you like, oh my God. Like, that record with Don Toliver and Big Sean?
Yeah. And I'm not even a Sean fan.
Ooh.
And I ain't gonna hold you.
Joint.
I was skeptical about The Firm. I was.
Firms sound beautiful together.
They sound wonderful. I'm like, Foxy even sound great on this job. Like, yeah, I was suspicious about The Firm coming back.
I'm listening to Cormega like, damn, Cormega sound like 95 Cormega on the record, like, and I'm just like, yo, like, but the whole thing is Cormega been even since the Firm fiasco fell out and all of that shit, he been an underground king the whole time. Yeah. He was dominating on Land Speed and E1 and all of the indie records companies and all of that shit. And he was putting out bomb records to the point where, but it was regional. It was New York, Connecticut, Rhode Island. It was limited, New Jersey. It was limited to like a certain quadrant of the earth, but he never fell off as far as the ability. AZ, oh my goodness.
Yeah,
like,
AZ.
Motherfuckers is still sharp, man, like it's 95.
Yeah. What AZ
I'm looking forward to a Firm album.
I ain't gonna go that far, but
I'd take 10 joints.
I mean,
Dre and Hit Boy, if Dre and Hit Boy do it, I'd take 10 joints.
Yeah. AZ said young, thin, and obsessed about it. He said taking advantage of women only if they allowed it. Like, AZ was always like one of them slick little, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. Somebody the other day was like, in honor of Nas bringing The Firm back, we gotta talk about this scene in Belly where his barber turned out to be the realest nigga on the planet, gave him the tightest fade you ever seen in your life, came out, bust a gun with him, and then took his throwaway while he sped up. He's like, my barber, meanwhile, don't show the fuck up one time. I'm like, yo, real talk. But I'm actually happy that Nas put this out. I'm anxious to see what it do first week. I don't see it being like a crazy sale number behind it, but it was
it's an album that nobody was anticipating.
No.
And even I don't even like the Ultra Black record. I hate it. And I'm just like, is this what they giving us? They could keep this shit. And then I get the album and Ultra Black is blanked out. And I'm like, all right, there's hope. So I get into the album and from the intro, I'm like, oh no, this is
I actually like the Ultra Black jump.
I hated that jump.
I he's saying little shit on there.
I didn't like the production.
Yeah, I like the beat, but the bars
Yeah.
I hated the beat on Ultra
We going
Black.
Ultra Black, the opposite to Doja Cat. Like I fucks with like the shit he's saying on there.
I just hated the beat, and it wouldn't have fit with the rest of the album. So when I got the album and it was blanked out, I'm like, all right, there's some hope here. And then from the intro to second, I'm just like, oh yeah, no, there's some different shit. I started the motherfucker over.
Yeah, King's Disease. The intro is just
That's all I've been listening. Last 4 days is all I've been listening to.
Yeah,
Since I cut it on, it's all I've been listening to.
I was playing it right up this motherfucker. I was listening. I listened to it in the gym twice the other day. It's really, really good. It's
excellent.
And it's annoying to me that it's only 13 songs.
Yeah.
Because Nas is one of them guys where you're not gonna get sick of Nas when he's really going and really in his. He could have done a 22 song album and you'd fuck with it. And it's like. That's the difference between music now and music then. Jay-Z, Nas, Biggie, Pop, them niggas was doing double albums. You know what I'm saying? Rap albums back in the day had what's Styles' first album? Gangsta and a Gentleman.
Standard album was 17, 18 tracks.
Gangsta and a Gentleman is like 23 fucking songs. Like niggas was just and you like every one. And that's kind of where I'm just like, damn, like the new music now. After 9 songs,
Like,
it's just
let's wrap it up,
you know,
nigga.
the Richard Mille, my brother, live in the village. Like, after like 9 or 10
Listen,
songs,
I listened to 21 Savage and Offset album, the Without Warning Joan. By the time I got to the 94th Protect reference, I was like, man, cut this shit off. Like, this shit is awful.
like as much as I love, like, you know, Moneybag, all them, it's not something you can just like. It's moment.
Yeah, you're going to pick your 5-6 joints. And then you got people like Uzi and Baby. That's the exception to the rule where all of they shit bang. But the rest of these niggas, give me 5, 6,
What's
8
crazy
joints.
though is like, even like Lil Baby to a certain extent, it's like, I want to see him do more like the bigger pictures.
Yeah.
Like I really, really was like, damn. That's when I was like, yo, this nigga's really on some shit. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't want to see him just fall right back into the I'm sipping lean and I got on 3 watches shit. It's just because you've shown you can do.
Yeah.
You can do more than that. You better than that. So it's just like, yeah, why the fuck not? Did you see the thread with the rappers and the football
quarterbacks?
players? Oh my God. You didn't see that?
They compared the Baby to
The boy from the Browns.
the Browns. What the fuck
What's
is his
the
name?
quarterback from the Browns?
Baker Mayfield.
Baker Mayfield.
He said one extremely one-dimensional, had one good season, and the jig is almost
The jig
up.
is almost up. I fucking screamed. But it was basically somebody hit me the other day like, yo, they did what you was talking about with the basketball players. I was like, I should do one with the basketball players. If I get bored enough, I may. But the football shit was very, very good. If y'all see it, go look it up. Speaking of sports, it's time, man.
It's time.
It's time. We got to talk about the guy who I personally thought he was going to like eventually get to the top. I told y'all that in the group chat.
Yeah.
I thought Paul George was going to be it. He's going from Paul George to playoff P
to
pandemic P. A lot of people, like my one homie hit me yesterday, like, what is the playoff P shit? I'm like, well, let me explain it to you. Paul George in an interview with the media basically was like, oh, y'all ain't never seen playoff P, have you? and we still ain't seen him. And ever since that interview, he's been abysmal in the playoffs. It's so weird because he was good as shit in the playoffs. He was all that in the playoffs.
He was battling LeBron in the playoffs.
When he was on Indiana, they was going at it with LeBron. And it really looked like, oh shit, Paul George is going to be the next bull. And then he had a bad game and was like, oh no, y'all ain't never seen playoff P, have you?
Then he had a worse game.
And then he had an even worse game. And ever since, it's just been like, damn, P.
Yo, man, it was a tweet yesterday. It said, playoff P woke up feeling dangerous. 9 points, 4-17 shooting. And I'm just like, yo, this is terrible.
There were so many tweets I saw yesterday. This by far and away was the best one. It said, this was Doc Rivers talking to his team after the game in the locker room.
These white men are dangerous.
I was fucking rolling. It's Indians.
These white men are dangerous.
These white men are dangerous. Fucking scream.
Yo, I seen another joint.
Twitter was funny as shit last night, dog.
Paul said, yo, somebody dig up Luka old tweets from 10 years ago. I know he said nigga or something. This shit he doing to the Clippers is racist.
It was another one where they photoshopped a black and mild in the Luka mouth with a do-rag, and it said, Clippers, flippers, Lou Will strippers. Man, it don't matter. Maps in 6. Yo. Twitter last night, this is another one. Paul George, yeah, we really battled hard out there today. Kawhi and Lou Will.
We?
Like, yo. Twitter last night was so fucking fun,
There's a
man.
picture of Kawhi on the ground after Luka. I don't know if he crossed him or blew past him or whatever, and it was like, Paul, help.
Paul, please.
Paul, please.
The Paul George slander is fucking great, man. It's hilarious because they really tried to sell this image.
Yes.
That it was like, oh, Kawhi, Paul George, Pat Bev, we gonna be the best defensive team in basketball. And Luka last night was just styling.
He was shredding the shit out of him.
With a half an ankle. He was doing whatever the fuck, to the point where Paul wasn't even guarding him no more. They had Schmurd on. I'm like, y'all tripping. Y'all bugging.
He was hopping on one
Like, they
foot
had
48
Reggie
hours
Jackson
earlier.
on an island with
A
him.
soft ankle drop 43, 17, and 13.
He hit Reggie with the spin and went through the lane. Mark Jackson was like, what is Paul doing now? Because Mark Jackson with that voice, because Paul George was supposed to collapse off the weak side. He's like, what is Paul doing out there? And it's crazy because they went to overtime, and the craziest part, like I told you on the group chat, they legit weren't passing Paul George the ball.
Right.
Kawhi and Lou Will were shooting. They just weren't even passing Paul the ball. They come down. The Mavericks are up 2. Game on the line. No. The Mavericks were up. Yeah, they were up 2. Game on the line. Kawhi drives to the fucking rack. Paul George and Marcus Morris are wide open. Kawhi kicked the ball to Marcus Morris. He bunged the 3. Mm-hmm. We up 1. And I'm just like, damn, Paul, like, that's fucked up.
Bad.
And I told my homie the other day, I'm like, yo, I mean, yesterday, I'm like, yo, real shit, like, after the game, I'm like, I think I might bet the house on whatever Paul George over is for the game tomorrow in points. Because if he don't come out and just, like, annihilate.
He's finished.
It just, it's crazy to think. The Mavericks are supposed to be up 3-1 right now.
Yo, the Dame Lillard shit that he said to Paul and Crackhead Bull has never been more relevant now than ever. Y'all keep running from team to team, ducking the smoke. Y'all boys is soft. Y'all boys some chumps, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
And it just goes to show. And Luka is out there. He just got carte blanche to just go to the basket.
Duh.
Every time he wants, he's just getting past him.
I text them in the group chat. I'm like, I got Luka hitting a step back at the buzzer for this. And what? Am I lying? I said it in the group chat. I'm like, Luka gonna hit a step back at the buzzer for this game, dog. Watch, cause they literally had him on a fucking island with Schmurda guarding him, and I just was like, yo, this don't make no fucking sense. Kawhi was running around chasing after Trey Burke, and I'm like, Kawhi still gotta be fucked up, cause it don't make no sense on earth. Why are you over there with Tim Hardaway Jr. and Trey Burke when the man got 40 and 17. What the fuck is happening? Why do y'all have Reggie Jackson? Think about the defensive team that y'all put together. Why the fuck is Reggie Jackson guarding Luka with the game on the line?
Yeah, where's the KD stopper, Pat Beverly at?
Pat Beverly's hurt, but still, no Kristaps. Like, KP didn't play yesterday.
Yeah,
so it's like, you really have no other threat. The crazy part is,
it's Luka versus y'all.
As wild as the shit is, and we talk about coaching all the time, Carlisle took out Trey Burke at the end of the game. So there was Luka on the floor with 4 niggas.
4 randoms.
4 randoms. Why the fuck do y'all got that's the Doc Rivers shit. Get him. Defense, like that's Doc Rivers coaching.
Y'all see him?
Y'all see him get him. Like, just anything.
Yeah, and Doc Rivers is the pipe, man. Doc Rivers is super
Did you
piped up
see
as a
the
coach,
white
yo.
boy rapping? The oh my God. They was like, that's Luka right now in the locker room. I'm like, yo, man, Twitter was an absolute laugh riot
Twitter was
yesterday.
on fire, man.
So let me ask you this. Who do you like now? Now that we've seen the first round in the bubble, who are you feeling and who are you not feeling?
I like what the Lakers did. I knew they was going to lose the first game.
I had the Blazers smoking them. I told my homie, I'm like, take the money line. I was like, the Blazers are going to win this game.
It was a momentum game. Like,
There's
the
no way
Blazers was
around
hot.
it.
Dame was killing all of that. But, they made defensive adjustments. People forget the Lakers are actually the best defensive team in the league.
Yeah, they're not one, they two.
Contrary to popular
They
belief.
were one for a lot of the ratings for this year, yeah.
So it's like once and they lost Avery Bradley, so they had to figure out how to scheme without him. Who was there? He's their best perimeter
Actually,
defender.
Avery Bradley and Rondo. Like, they lost.
Exactly.
Yeah.
They lost their 2 of their 3 or whatever best perimeter defenders.
Right.
So they had to figure out how to scheme without them.
Rondo's actually going to play. He's going to play the
So
next game.
they've figured out their rotations and all of that shit, and the Blazers are done. It was
And
like
anytime you put J.R. Smith anywhere, you got to account for a little
nonsense.
A little nonsense.
little tomfoolery.
You saw him tweeting the other day?
Yeah.
Tory, you a bitch. See
And
me?
whoever want to see me.
Motherfuckers like, man, if you don't get ready to go 3 for 18 tomorrow, get off the fucking internet with your bullshit.
I watched him just take some miserable shots the other night down the stretch. They was up, and I'm just like, he gonna miss this shit. He missed every shot.
KCP went for a spin around and like a up and under, and he just threw the ball. I thought it was an alley-oop, but he just threw the ball in the air when he came from under the rim. It's like, they're just nonsense.
Yeah.
But you got to look at it like at the end of the day, the Lakers do have Dwight Howard, JaVale McGee, and Anthony Davis all on the front court protecting the rim. So it's like, you saw Dame try to pull off a dunk the other day. Anthony Davis with 2 hands, like,
Get the fuck out
fuck
of
is
here.
you doing, boy? Like, you tripping, you know what I'm saying?
Having too much fun.
I
So,
will say this. I really, really like the Raptors.
That was my next thing.
You saw they already gave Nick Nurse Coach of the Year. They like, yeah, all these other niggas is bullshit. Huh? You can get this already. Nick Nurse has them in. I feel bad for Kawhi.
I don't,
Yeah, I do.
because he forced his way out.
He didn't force his way out. He
Listen,
only signed for the year.
He behind the scenes was on some, get me Paul George or I'm out of here. And that's the reason why he went to LA, because they was able to get the shit done. He wanted them to trade Siakam for Paul George, and Nick Nurse is like, are you stupid? Paul George is dog shit. Like, you have another you here. Like, why do you want to trade you, Junior, on a rookie deal for this nigga? Like, he's a journeyman at this point. Like, are you stupid?
Yeah.
Yeah. Going to the Clippers. So no, I don't feel
stupid? Yeah.
Yeah. So no, I don't feel sorry for Kawhi. I don't.
I feel sorry in the fact that, like we talked about in the group chat, they threw away a dynasty. Kawhi threw away a dynasty. It happens time and time
Threw it up in
again.
the fucking air.
He just took a dynasty and chucked it in the trash. And it's just like, damn, if Kawhi's there, the Raptors are by far and away the best team in basketball. It's not even close.
They're
Because he
fucking
gets
15 deep.
he gets the lay off. And that's the thing where, like, Kawhi's playing every fucking minute. And
Every second.
seriously, you look at it now, we're like, let's just keep it a buck. Kawhi wasn't guarding Luka. And it's just like, yeah, like already he kind of know, like, I'm going to go over here. Because I'm
It's
preserving
too
energy
much
for
work.
that. Yeah.
I got to score 37 in order to even be in the game.
Think about this. Lou Will got to dump in 30 for the Clippers to have a shot.
I said it the other night in the group.
Off the bench.
I said it the other night in the
They
group
like,
chat.
all right, we need 30. He's like, Doug, I'm only playing 16 minutes. They like, listen, that's your problem, nigga. We need 30.
I said it the other night in the group chat. Any team where Lou Will is your second best or second most important player ain't built to win.
Not no championship.
Not a championship. It just is what it is. Paul George was touted as top 5 offensive, top 5 defensive, one of the best overall players in the league.
They tried to sell us on him being the best two-way player in basketball at one point. And I never went for it. I was just like, no,
Like
nigga.
LeBron is alive as a
LeBron a
motherfucker.
better two-way player. I never understood that shit. I'm
Because
like,
LeBron decided to take off playing defense for like 2 years. They're like, oh yeah, no, Paul George is
I was like,
definitely...
no, let's keep it like, yo, Kevin Durant a better two-way player than him. I'm like, I don't understand that shit.
So-
if you want to be technical, James Harden is a better two-way
Yes.
player than him. I just never understood
So
the
it's like,
Paul
if you
George
got to
shit.
rely on Lou Will and his chicken wings to get you 30 every
Right.
night, you ain't beating nobody formidable. You ain't beating the Bucks. You ain't beating the Raptors. You damn sure ain't beating the Lakers with that shit. You might not beat the Denver Nuggets.
Well, the Nuggets is about to be out of there.
Well,
Nuggets
yeah,
fell
true.
apart. I don't know what the fuck happened, but they just fell apart.
So it's just like...
Jokic lost all that weight for
Yeah,
nothing.
so it's like I told people after the first game when the Clippers beat the Lakers and all that season opener and all that shit, motherfuckers, oh, this shit king and this and this. I said, yo, the Clippers are the pipe. Like, I don't believe in them. And I'm just like, they not gonna be able to sustain this shit. And then Kawhi gotta play 9,700 minutes a game. There's no way they're gonna be built to make no deep playoff run like that.
I look at the Lakers as if like they're a job and the Clippers are like Pua. It's like it's not gonna last. You know what I'm saying? Like like it looked good. You know what I'm saying? But like you just know, I don't see it. And it's just like and it's wild because they're the number 2. It's like, you know what I'm saying? If the Mavericks pull this bullshit off, it's like you talking about a 7 seed going up against the fucking, because the Nuggets is the favorite against the Jazz too, right? Say it again.
It's a 3-6 matchup.
3-6, right? The Nuggets is 3.
Yep.
So it's like, you talking about a 6 and a 7 going to this, because the Jazz is up 3-1.
Right.
So it's like you talking about a 6 and a 7 possibly going to the second round, and then the Thunder won against the fucking Rockets the other night. Yeah, it's like, you know what I'm saying? So I think, what's that, 2-1 or 2-2?
Rockets?
Yeah.
2-2.
2-2. It's crazy as shit.
So the Lakers about to have an extended amount of time off and probably going to
Dog, the
have to
Celtics
face an underdog.
The Celtics could de-quarantine and just come back next week. Real shit. They smoked the Sixers. My homie hit me the other day, was like, I don't, what the fuck, man? This Sixers shit just ain't it, dog. It ain't gonna work. I'm like, yeah, man, Elton Brand built this team to win the 94 championship.
I don't know
why this shit ain't working. Like, the Sixers got rid, think about this for a quick second, all y'all Sixers fans. Y'all got rid of, follow me if I'm wrong, y'all got rid of J.J. Redick, right? Y'all got rid of Ilyasova. Y'all got rid of Robert Covington. Y'all got rid of, what was the other white boy they had that could shoot?
Sarge.
Got rid of
Fultz. Y'all got rid
what's
of
the boy that's on the Clippers?
Shamit.
Yeah,
Shamit.
We wasn't even going that far. Y'all got rid of Trey Burke, and y'all got rid of Jimmy Butler. For flat-footed big men. This shit is bonkers. Y'all got rid of every space creator and every person who can create with the ball in their hand that don't need to come off of a screen. Jimmy Butler and Trey Burke are walking buckets whenever they fucking feel like it.
Trey Burke had a run with the fucking Knicks where he was averaging like 27 a game.
Trey Burke's out there doing 25, 27 right now like it ain't shit against the Clippers. This great defense.
Shredding them.
Because he can create. He can create off the dribble. Y'all got rid of every ball, create off the dribble person and every motherfucker who could create space. There was a point where, remember when Embiid got hurt and they won like 15 out of 16?
Oh, yeah, with Ben as the best player.
With Ben as the one, and they just had space. They had Sarge over here, Covington over there. Niggas wasn't even playing. They were just looking around. But it's like, it's enough space for Ben to just do what he do. Mm-hmm. Now y'all look up, you got Al Horford and Embiid with 3 little niggas, and it's just like, this shit ain't it. And it's fucked up, but it's just like, I said it before, the Ben Simmons and Joel Embiid shit just not gonna work. It's just not it. It's not gonna happen. One of them has to go, and personally, I think it's gonna be Ben.
I don't know.
I think they're gonna get rid of Ben.
Last night, Al Horford's sister was tweeting. She was like, Al plays so much better when Joel's on the bench. Somebody retweeted, was like, enjoy Sacramento. Enjoy Sacramento.
That's funny as shit. But it's just like, man, right now in the NBA, I really like the Raptors. I'm a Laker fan, whatever. And like Rod said it, Rod was like, I'm not falling for the bullshit. You know what I'm saying? Because like everybody, when they came into the bubble, Lakers look kind of stagnant, kind of slow, whatever. Mm-hmm. He's like, I'm not falling for this shit. We watch it every year where, LeBron might be finished. He don't know what he's doing. Then the other night I see the Bleacher Report, the king is alive. And it's just like, because when LeBron decides, I'm scoring 40 and grabbing 14, no one can stop him. Yep. The thing is, LeBron is, in basketball years, he's 116. Right. So it's like he kind of has to preserve that shit and can't do it every game, all game, the way he used to. But one thing I think is interesting about LeBron, and this, me and Rod had this conversation like we was talking the other day, and the conversation at this point has become LeBron and Jordan. That's the conversation. Yeah. There is no other conversation. It's LeBron or Jordan. Rest in peace, Kobe. Happy birthday to Kobe yesterday.
Happy birthday, Kobe. For
sure. Allen Iverson, Larry Bird, Magic, Tim Duncan, Shaq, Wilt, Kareem, Olajuwon, all these other greats. The argument is Mike and LeBron. Yeah. It's just what it is. And I told Ra, my one knock on LeBron and why I agree that Mike is the greatest ever. And I just, to myself, just feel like LeBron is the most gifted motherfucker to ever come into basketball. Right. 6'8", 260, can jump through the roof, better vision, can shoot better, run an offense, he can do everything. The thing that differs Mike from LeBron is when Mike's supposed to smash niggas, they get smashed.
Yeah.
Pause if applicable. LeBron, it's like he has to be back into the corner. Then that's when, like, because even the Golden State shit, when he won the championship, you came back from 3-1. Greatest comeback in the history of fucking basketball. You know, it solidified you as the man. You brought a chip to Cleveland. You came back from 3-1, first time ever. Mike ain't going into a 3-1. It's like only LeBron will let it get there and be like, I should ball Thursday night, right? All right, we'll see what's up. And then he do 41. And it's like, that's the difference between Mike. Like, it took Dame having that game the other night to where it was like, oh shit, to where LeBron now 20 assists, 40 points. It's just.
Yeah, Bron Ben had that, it wouldn't even be a talk.
If he had the mic, his niggas nothing to talk about.
If LeBron had the mindset of, no, I'm going to gamble with the security before the game. If he had that shit in him, where it's like, I have to win all the time.
How much you want to bet I can stop gambling?
How much you want to bet I can stop gambling? Real shit. If LeBron had that, no discussion. So at the end of the day, LeBron is still LeBron. And at the end, right now, the team, I don't really, they're idiots, a lot of them. I hate Kuzma. I hate KCP.
I hate Kuzma.
You know the Lakers blocked me. And I'm so distraught. I'm so distraught. I guess my KCP shit the other day, because I was like, I tweeted, it was me being funny. I was like, damn, it sucks that they shot John Lennon and not KCP. And the Lakers blocked me. You know what I'm saying? And so whatever.
Hey, like, you gotta go.
Yeah. Out there.
Right, man, yeah.
But it's just like, damn,
Kane,
man.
yeah.
Kane, yeah. Like, yeah. But no, I'm just like, yo, I don't like them. Not as people, as basketball players.
Yeah.
KCP's probably a nice dude, but on the court, I hate him. I hate him.
KCP finessed the 30 ball the last 2 seasons.
Rich Paul. We need to get Rich Paul as our agent.
For sure.
Real shit.
That's where the deal is at. We need Rich and Mav on the case.
Yeah, real shit. But at this point, I just don't see anybody in the West giving the Lakers a serious. Like, it was supposed to be the Clippers, and I honestly feel like the championship is probably going to be the Lakers.
And the Raptors. And
the Bucks or the Raptors. I still got to give Giannis some leeway. So, we'll see what happens.
For sure.
Anything else?
Nah, man, that was it. Realest Podcast Ever, episode 115. Holy shit, man. We did a lot of shows. Actually did more than 115 because of all of the offshoot and part 2s. And
we probably had like 118, 119.
Yeah, 118 to 119, something like that. But yeah, we're here at the all new Last Out Media Studios. Justin claims there's a big sponsorship opportunity coming up for us. We'll see how that works out.
It could be that or a brick of coke. You really never know.
I got a guy with 900 pounds of weed.
Here's your sponsorship.
What do you know about cocaine?
Yeah. So we'll see what happens. But I'm out. He's out. Dan's out.
I'm on vacation next Monday.
I am too.
All right, so we're off next week. Be back the following Monday.
I'll book a flight too.
We out.
We out.
Peace.